good.
Man, they got bison burgers. You look like that, but now I'm telling you.
No, I'm saying I know what you mean, but I like bison burgers.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Debate with bait. Season 4. Let's go. Here we go. Debate with bait. Sports show. Season 4. Live at Mo City Radio. We talking basketball, football, and boxing. You got something to say, man? Jump up in them comments. We just giving opinions, supporting it with proof. Let's look at the stats, cause numbers tell the truth. It ain't no hating. We just debating, interviewing guests so we can learn how they operating. Shout out the prize picks for the daily fantasy. Invest a few dollars, let's do some gambling. C-Bake got the topics and he keep it cracking. Laro got the commentary and he never lacking. Cole with the game, he live from the Big Apple. You know, most serious entertainment made it happen. Another sports show, we live from the Mo. Debate with Bake, season 4. Let's go.
Good evening, DWB. What's up? We back in the building. Had to catch all off guard. But that's right. Season 4, episode 14. Caught y'all slipping. Yeah, you don't know when we coming back, but we back in the building. Episode 14. Yeah, we've been gone for a minute, but we back in the building. Shout out to Mo Serious. Check us out at moserious.com. DWB, Debate with Bait. Here we are once again. Fight night, baby, with the Fight Night edition. That's right. Fight Night edition with the Terence Crawford fight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo, Saul, Alvarez tonight. So we thought we, kick off episode 14 with kicking in the dough. Season 5 coming soon, but make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Fellas, what's going on? Ro, what's up, man?
Kicking in the dough, waving the phone. I don't know if that one.
That's right. Yes, Ro, I see you with the classic Mike Vick, man. Vitek.
Like I said, I walked in this, man. I walked in here ready, man. Like I said, we punch puppets, man. Right. Go down. I don't care if it's your dog, man. It don't matter who the dog it is. Punching the puppet, man. It's going down. Okay.
Shout out to my man Mike Vick, man. Head coaching at Norfolk State. He's a head coach. Shout out to Mike Vick, man. Get back in the coaching, man. And I like to see them guys get back into it, them old NFL legends.
Especially at the HBCU.
That's right. Shout out to my man Mike Vick. Chuck, what's going on? Chuck on the ones and twos.
Yes, sir.
Man.
We back in the building. You know what it is. Season 4, episode 14. Let's go.
That's right. Episode 14. Check us out at moserious.com. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. We are back in the building. We will be dropping season 5 soon. We got a surprise for y'all. Some new things on the way. But let's get into it, man. Fight edition. We're going to talk about the fight. We're going to talk about a couple of sports stories. We ain't going to be on here that long, but we just wanted to kick in the dough, man. We thought, today would be a great day to come back. We took a little pause through the summertime, schedule changes, life changes, but we back in the building. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And you know what, Chuck, man, I know she's probably not watching, but let's shout out to Shayla. Shayla, when can we, when we start season 5, and y'all can help me out as an audience, let's see if we can get her in, get our female co-host in. When we start season 5, that'll drop soon. It'll be some new things, some new additions, but hopefully we can get our female co-host back in on DWB, man. But hey,
I was thinking the same thing, bro. Because as a matter of fact, it's like, WNBA popping a little bit. So it's like, we need our correspondence.
That's right.
Like we newbies somewhat, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we really need a bona fide voice to go on and tackle all that action.
And on top of that, man, we get ready to be at the top of the NBA season. And I know she's excited about them San Antonio Spurs, De'Aaron Fox, my man Wembley. They got a lot of things going on with the Spurs. So do we in H-Town, but we'll get to that, man. We'll get to the NBA, but let's get to it, man. We are here. We are finally here, man. We are at the fight. The fight that takes place tonight, ladies and gentlemen, on Netflix. Terence, Bud Crawford, taking on Canelo, Saul, Alvarez, live from Las Vegas. On Netflix tonight. On Netflix. There is no pay-per-view, so if you do have a Netflix subscription, you will be able to tune into the fight tonight. I think everything will start to kick off. I know that the undercard is starting shortly. I don't know where it's on, but I know Netflix will start. Yeah, Netflix will start here at our time, Central, at 7:00 p.m. But this fight
look, before you get into it,
yeah,
let's just check out the stare down.
Oh,
I thought the stare down was hard,
and you know
bro.
what? I started to ask you that before the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Terence Bud Crawford and his opponent, Canelo Alvarez.
All right, now Chuck.
Hey,
Pause.
I
Pause
just
it right there.
I
Leave it up there because I want that's a part of my. I want to analyze this because I want everybody to look at this press conference because I don't know about you, but I see the electricity. But here's the thing, man. It's like I base a lot of my fight predictions on what they look like, and Terence is looking a little bit buff. Which he decided to do for this fight. But man, Canelo, I have not seen Canelo that cut up since the old days. That looked like Floyd Canelo. But yeah, man, look, this fight is for all the marbles. For those of y'all who don't know, okay, this fight is for undisputed at super middleweight, which is 168 pounds. The titles that on the line will be the WBO, WBC, IBF, WBA, and Ring Magazine. All 5 titles which Canelo possesses at 168 pounds are at stake tonight. Now, the draw to this fight for my casual fans is that Terence Crawford is moving up 2 weight classes. The last time Crawford put on the gloves, he was fighting at 154 pounds, which is junior middleweight, super welterweight. He possesses a belt at 154, which is a WBA, which he will vacate right before he steps in the ring tonight. But this is history. Moving up. Pretty much it's 2 weight classes, but we also know that Crawford started off as a 135 pounder. So he's moving up to challenge the best at 168. And, it's a lot at stake, man. It's a lot of people talking about this fight, but let's get into it. Let's get into it, man, both of y'all. But let's start with you, Ro, man. I mean, this is a history fight. It's a history fight, not only just because of the weight classes that Crawford is climbing to try to, accomplish this. But here's the thing. It's on Netflix, which is Netflix is getting into the boxing business. And shout out to them. I don't know if y'all watched the special.
Purses guaranteed.
Yeah, the money that's on the line. Shout out to the Sheik, Turkey Al Sheik, who's put all the money up pretty much. And they got a lot of people watching this fight. Some people are saying this is the fight of the decade. But I got to ask you, Ro, and then I come to you, Chuck, man. First of all, who do you have in this fight? And talk about what do you think? Whoever that you have, whoever you're picking for this fight, what do you think they need to do to win this fight?
All right. I'm going to start like this. I got Mr. Crawford. All right? I got Mr. Crawford off top. And more than likely by split decision. Now, what he's going to have to do is he's going to have to put on a master boxing display to outbox Canelo. Neither one of them getting dropped. Well, you know what? I say if anybody gets stopped, it's Bud, which is highly unlikely because Bud is the naturally smaller man. However, I feel like as technically sound as Canelo is, Bud has another gear, and Bud is a different type of master boxer that we've seen. We used to master boxers like Floyd, and tacticians like that in terms of just the speed and the lethality. But Bud is a different kind of animal. Bud reminds you of the shit you saw back in the Rocky movies. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, man. I say I'm rocking with the under. I know he's the dog because it's like, you know what? Ordinary science would say you bet against the naturally smaller man. You know what I'm saying? That's what conventional wisdom will tell you more times than not. However, this is different. And like I said, Bud by split decision, if not unanimous decision. That's your boy Laro's take. Put it on that.
Chuck, let me ask you.
Hold on, let me ask you a question real quick. Just get into some stats real quick. Since we talking about it, and you're gonna know where I'm at when I ask this question. Do you think Canelo is gonna land more or less than 156 punches?
You want me to answer or you want to answer first?
I want both of y'all answer.
I think so. I think it's gonna be a war out there because, like I said, Canelo is no slouch. However, the only knock I have on Canelo is slightly washed at this point. To be honest, I've seen boys that were bigger men put their hands on Canelo, and Canelo is no stranger to the air. So it's like Canelo know what it's like to lose, but I don't quite know what that's like yet. Will he land 162 in the war? Yeah, but it probably be his detriment simply because he don't have that. He gonna land them in exchange routes where I haven't seen Bud in the trenches, man. I haven't seen Canelo in the trenches too, taking nothing away. What? Yeah, man. Like I said, he's subject to land 162. They won't be 162 power shots, but you know what I'm saying? He might land 162 shots. I like that.
I disagree. I don't think he will. And the only reason why I say I don't think he will is because he's a master counterpuncher. And here's the thing. This is at 168. This is his home division. Does he really have to land a lot of shots, or is the pressure on Crawford? That's my question. Because here's the thing. There is no pressure on Crawford in the sense that, okay, I'm moving up to 168 to fight the best. If Crawford survives, if he doesn't, and I'm not saying that to be a joke. I'm just saying if he survives it and Canelo wins unanimously, then everybody says, you know what? He went up 3 weight divisions anyway. You know what I'm saying?
What they're saying.
Right. And another reason why I say I don't think Canelo's going to throw that many shots is that's not usually how he boxes. He's a master counterpuncher. Now, here's the thing. Crawford, I don't necessarily see Canelo having to mount a lot of offense. And what I mean by that is Crawford has got to be the one to convince the judges that he won. Convince them. Because Canelo is the champ at this weight class. But let me ask y'all this, because you actually helped me with my segment. All right, now we have no blueprint on how to beat Terence Crawford. We've seen him hurt against Mean Machine. We didn't see anything like that against Earl, but we've seen Canelo lose. In particular, Canelo has lost to 2 elite fighters. Floyd Money Mayweather, of course, Dimitri Bivol, which we find out now that Dimitri Bivol is one of the greats. Dimitri Bivol is one of the few boxers that have beaten 2 current undisputed champions. That's Canelo and Beterbiev. I didn't think he would beat Beterbiev, but he's lost to 2 elite fighters. I don't know if y'all remember the Floyd fight, but Floyd put on a master class that was hit and don't get hit. And Floyd's speed was a big determining factor. And what we got to remember about Floyd's fight is he fought Canelo when Canelo was at a smaller weight class, 154. That's why this fight is so different for Terence, because Terence is fighting Canelo at his comfortable weight division. Right. In the earlier days, Floyd took that fight, and Floyd had a weight clause in there that they fought at 154, which was smart on Floyd's part. But we don't see that Canelo nowadays. That's why this fight is so big if Terence pulls it off, because there are no weight clauses. There is no Canelo is smaller. And I do think Canelo's best version was at 160. At 168, he seems lazy to me, but you know, at the end of the day,
all power punches.
Right, it's all power punches, and so that's why I give Crawford a chance. But my question to y'all is, because and we only can go off what we see. We seen Floyd.
It reminds you a lot of when Roy went all the way up and got that belt from Louis.
But even then, it's still different because Roy pretty much went up from 175 to heavyweight. That's a jump, but that's not a big jump. See, this jump is coming from, and let's be honest, even at 154, even though that was Terence's last fight, he's really a welterweight, which is 140. The best version we've seen of him, right? The best version that we've seen of him, we all can agree against Earl. You know what I'm saying? At
That was
147. Right. Nobody put that together. That's still it. I still watch that fight to the day, and I still can't believe how great that fight was. Right. But that's my point. It's like this. It's like he's going to 168. We have the blueprint to beat Canelo between Floyd Mayweather and between Bivol. And the Lara fight, even though they gave Canelo. Right. But
so that was a gift.
Right.
That was a gift.
My question to y'all is, can he take what Floyd did? Can he take what Bivol did somehow, some way, and make that work for him? Because here's the thing. He doesn't fight like Floyd Crawford.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now, he can be defensive-minded. He is defensive responsible.
He better be today.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. He does it, but he can't. Bivol hit Canelo with a lot of 1-2s. Now, I do think he could do what Bivol do. It's not a lot of 1-2s, but Bivol put that jab on Canelo. Which that's what I say. That's why I say that's how you beat Canelo. I think it's with movement and jab. But can Terence do that in between those two styles? Because that's all we got to go about as far as how to beat him. Can he do that? Can he do the Floyd style somewhat? I mean, nobody can do Floyd. Maybe Shakur defense.
I honestly think so. Simply because it doesn't have to be so overwhelming. I mean, because Floyd threw a no-hitter that night.
Right.
You know, like Buck Floyd, that blanked Canelo. And then, like you said, to Canelo's defense, Canelo was young.
Right.
Canelo was smaller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you fight a more game, a more experienced Canelo.
That was a lesson he had to learn. Somehow, Bud is able to kind of circumvent all of these lessons that he should learn coming up. I'm telling you, because it's like the Arrow fight. I mean, Arrow fight was his coming out party. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't think he has a style that he can't really necessarily cover, so to speak. And I think that he's got a little something special. Plus, I like the guys talk about, post. He's already got his fight for his post-fight stuff popping. Well, contemplate retirement, which is honorable. You know what I'm saying? Which is more than honorable. It's prophetic. It's saying, after I do this, I'm pretty much done. That's a real solid sense of where you are and what you got going on.
Yeah, but that don't win fights, though. Because you can be, let me tell you something. Like, what everybody love about Crawford, I love it too, is like he a dog, he got confidence. But confidence don't not get your ass whooped.
That's true.
Because they've been confident fighters.
But they're asking him, you know what I'm saying, what are your next plans, you know what I'm saying, after this? It's like most niggas like a little super happy.
Right.
That boy said, look, straight up. Look, man, I thought about it hard. It ain't that many more fights out there for me. I might hang them up, you know what I'm saying? And that's true. And it's like, not because you wise.
But let me play devil's advocate, bro. You've been out of the ring for a year. Okay? Yeah. You've been out of the ring for a year. And that was done on purpose to prepare for this fight.
Yeah, to gain all his weight.
Right. And you going up to this division. Okay. You're going up to 168. Now, you spar people at 168, but that ain't a fight. What worries me about that is I wanted you to take, it's just my opinion, I wanted you to take at least a tune-up fight. Because here's the thing, you're fighting the best at 168. It's not like you went to 160. It's not like you, and it's not subtle at all. Right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can't fight, you don't fight like Floyd in the sense that he'll never touch you. Okay? That's the question tonight. Because he's gonna touch Terence. How does Terence respond? Now, when we saw Terence against Earl, that's what made it so great. When Earl touched him, you could see Terence like, oh, is that all you got? And Terence is a dog. That's what we love about him. At welterweight, 147, he went on an 11-fight knockout streak because Terence is a dog in the sense that when you hit me, I'm going to get my lick back. Mm-hmm. So, again, in this scenario, because he's going to get hit tonight, he's got to fight smart because what we love about you, the dog part, it can't be a war. It can't be that I'm gonna do this back.
So y'all think Canelo like taking his punches like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because I thought Earl was gonna be able to.
Yeah, but let's run back down. I'm just saying. Let's run back down the resume. I mean,
Earl was much bigger than Bud at the time.
Yeah, but you got to remember this. Man, Canelo has fought the biggest hitters. Remember when Triple G was knocking everybody out? He fought Triple G 3 times and took his punches. That was one of the most powerful boxers in that time. And remember, Triple G went on all these knockout streaks. Fought Kovalev. When Kovalev was crushing, he was crushing everybody. Canelo has been hit by bigger, stronger men, of course. But
nobody gonna stop nobody.
Exactly. And then if you think about it, his whole career, when have we ever seen him hurt? We've never seen Canelo. We've never seen it.
I haven't seen people catching.
But he wasn't hurt.
That's debatable.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't hurt.
Yeah, that's it, man. I mean,
but who hurt him? Who can you definitively say hurt him?
Lord, hurt pride.
No, I'm talking about power punches.
Hurt him, staggered him, stunned him.
We haven't seen it.
He hadn't been taken.
Exactly. So, and he's been hit by bigger men. He's been hit by bigger men than Bud Crawford. And I know Bud Crawford is the black superhero. I know that. I know he hit hard. But let's just be honest, man. Like, let's be honest. Like, Bud is a super athlete. I get it. And Bud got punching power. But let me also remind y'all of this. The last fight he had, he went up to 154. He didn't knock dude out. And dude fight awkward. That was Madrimal. He didn't knock him out. And what bothers me about that fight is, and he got hit by a lot of right hands. You can't go into this fight getting hit the right hand. I'm just telling you that. Like,
I'm just hoping it ain't the Nebraska, the Omaha in Bud is just saying, all right, this is the greatest payday I got, and now that's why I'm considering hanging him up. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing.
Well, he ain't gonna do that. I think he coming to win tonight. And I think if he wins, he will stick around because he said he got unfinished. He said he did. I don't know if we believe him because I still want him to fight. I still got a list of guys I want him to fight, but I understand why he was retired. Yeah. You know, I understand why he was retired. But I'm picking Bud Crawford. I see how Bud Crawford could win. Lateral movement. He's got to throw at least 20 to 25 jabs around. And that's what Bivol did.
So he can't get up in that caught up power punch for power punch with Canelo.
No. Simply, and I don't think he will. Like, again, and let's go back to the Spence fight. Like, Spence was a bigger man, but Spence is not. We talking about 168. 168 is what they weighed in. They both probably gonna rehydrate up to like 180, 190 tonight. Like, Canelo just fought Berlanga. He knocked Berlanga down.
That's Fat Joe fighter.
Yeah, that's Terrence squad. That night they fought at 168.
That was this summer, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but it hadn't been dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he came in at like 200, almost 190, 200, and Canelo dropped it.
That's too heavy though. Like,
but I know, but that's what I'm saying.
I understand.
That's what I'm saying. We cannot, as great as Terence Bud Crawford is, if Canelo dropped the bigger guy, that's why I don't think he can get into a counterpunch match with Canelo. He's got to box him because Canelo, say what you want. Yeah, and Canelo has been fighting a lot lazier as he's gotten older.
Oh, right.
Right. Like, he's not knocking nobody out, but he's still knocking people down. He knocked Mogia down. He knocked Berlanga down. Right. And whatever we say, no matter how super Bud is, he's coming up.
Right. Look, and this will sum it up. Look, don't let my analysis even catch you any type of way. I want Bud to win. However, my pockets is saying other things altogether. I ain't betting a bitch ass thing on Netflix. Has done the solid they could do to it. You know, like, this is the best thing to come out since Netflix and chill.
And it just bothers me though, man. You so good.
Hey, but they shout out to Netflix, but hopefully they get it right because on the what was that, the Tyson and what Jake Paul.
I hope they over that trash.
Yeah.
And what happened to them? That and I'm gonna give them a little bit of rope. That was their first.
That was their first one.
So they had to. They didn't realize that many people was gonna watch it. They followed with the women's fight with Baumgartner and them, and they didn't have no problems. So they shouldn't have no problems on this. You know what I'm saying? But
shout out to Dave Mallett in the comments.
What's up,
Bake? What up, bro?
What's up, Mallett?
What's up with it, fam?
Yeah.
What's up with it, fam? We trying to get it together, bro.
Right. So you got Crawford.
I got Crawford too.
All right.
I got Crawford
Second,
too.
bud.
And man, I don't. In my mind, y'all, you ain't gonna believe me, but in my mind, I see the Canelo hitting the canvas. I see him hitting the canvas,
so.
bro.
Maybe once he get up,
He gonna get up. He gonna get up. There won't be a knockout.
Gonna make him feel it.
It won't be a knockout.
And see, that's why I play devil's advocate, because that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all on this black side, everybody been doing it. That's been it. And let's just be realistic. This man has never been dropped by bigger men. This man is coming up from 147 pounds.
So do you think
he gonna drop this?
You think Bud gonna hit the canvas?
Oh, I think. Wait, hold on. Let me say this. No, I don't. But I think if anybody was, it would be Bud.
Hey, I feel you, Chuck. I feel like.
So here we
I
go.
feel like
Here we go.
It's like
Here we
Monroe
go.
Hudson.
Here we go.
Bud finna find a way.
Hey,
Bud finna find a way.
everybody turning Bud into media man. Like, here we go, man. Here we go. That's why I want to talk about it right off the bat, because I knew one of y'all was gonna say he gonna drop me. He is not dropping.
He ain't gonna knock him out.
He's not dropping.
But I think he might get caught with one of them hooks, one of them crosses, one of them uppercuts, and he stumble and fall.
Because he's not gonna feel Bud some kind of way. He's not gonna feel Bud at first, but Bud gonna catch him with one that's gonna really make him think about it. He gonna say, "Okay."
So why he ain't knock out a smaller man in the dream ball?
He wasn't a bigger name. We show up in the greatest moments. Dog.
He wasn't. What'd you say? 180 pounds. Then
you feel me? Hey, look, this is the marbles are different, and this is legacy right here. So it's like, you know what? I look for my boy to shine, because you know what? It's the same thing I thought about my boy.
Now, don't say Spence. Don't say Spence. Spence is not Canelo.
He's not. However, I didn't quite know who Bud was prior to that. And Bud showed me in a major way. So I got no reason to doubt that he won't do this as a fun song.
So it ain't got nothing to do with this man ain't never been hurt in the ring. All of a sudden, this man, think about what y'all saying. This man gonna come up from 100, and let's just be real. This man started off as a 135 pounder, moved up, undisputed 140, cleaned out the division at 147, went up to 154, got a decision. He gonna go up to 168 and knock out somebody who's never been hurt with the liver shot. Fucking right. So we might as well call Crawford. We're gonna call Crawford the media man. Shout out to Robert Townsend.
Man. Yes, sir. Robert Townsend.
Okay, let's call him Killmonger. Yeah, Killmonger. Let's be calling him Killmonger, man. I mean, listen. All right, let's play devil's advocate and we get out. Let's say he does it. Let's say he knocks Canelo down or he knocks Canelo out. Do we have to put him as as the top 5 great of all time? Does he crack that list?
A top what?
5 all time.
Top 5 all time. Yeah.
if he knock Canelo out, like TKO,
yeah.
Hey,
what if he just wins? Is he a great?
Absolutely. Because you know what?
Because this give him a belt. There's a belt on this.
It's
all the belts on this.
All the belts on this, and it preserves his oath. He down there erases Floyd from pound for pound contention. If he preserves his oath and does it like this in this fashion and pulls this off, bro, simple you go, man, fucking right.
So your greatest all time.
Yeah, because he undefeated too.
Who you got on your greatest all time list right now? Let's just say top 3 right now.
Top 3 greatest of all time.
Yeah, without Bud, it's name.
Real hard. I got Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay, that's a good one.
I got
Ali, Floyd, and Tyson.
Okay.
I'll give you my 3 real quick.
I got Ali in there. Okay, I got Sugar Ray Robinson. I got Ali, and then I got Roy in there, man.
Okay, all right. Roy. Okay, so again, I'm not even
sub Roy with Ali.
No, that's okay. It's okay because the thing about Roy is this. I had this discussion 2 weeks ago. Roy, even though Roy ended the way he ended, Roy was probably the greatest super middleweight or middleweight of all time. Right, of all time.
Facts.
Right. So if Crawford, and I'm not even talking about the knockout, but if Crawford wins, should he be able to crack that list? Because let's think about it. This will be this will be 5 divisions. This will be 3 divisions that he undisputed. Okay. He's going up 3 weight classes.
This is movie shit. This
Yeah.
is Creed shit.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is-
So
you don't even see
that'll
stuff
make
like
him
that.
42-0. He would have undisputed 140, 147, and 168. Does that give him enough to be considered?
Yeah, especially if I'm gonna retire with all the belts after this.
Absolutely.
Right.
Like, that's why I took the retirement talk to heart. So I was like, oh, you really contemplating hanging him up after this? You know, there's not much out there. That's what that tells a nigga like me. You really don't see much more out the line after you accomplish this. And I can respect that because it really ain't. It's like, nah, I don't want to see you fight Godzilla, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, nah, like, that's cool. Don't fight till you can't fight no more. But if you manage to circumvent all these obstacles and all of these pitfalls and land on top like that, bet that. I'll be telling my children and everybody else about it for the rest
So
of
let
the
me
life.
let me put this in the chat. Is he better than Floyd if he wins this fight?
Yes, sir. Off top. I only without hesitation. Without hesitation. Simple. And there's no knock on your money. I fuck with you. But
I have to agree.
nah.
I have to agree.
It's like
I
just
have to
the way that Bud done it, it's like it's gonna be so many movies by Bud once we in our 60s, 70s. I
have
promise
to
you.
agree.
If Bud can pull this off,
I have to
I
agree.
promise you we're gonna see movies and all kind of other stuff and he's gonna be a part of pop culture.
All right, so now let's go to the other side. Does this do anything for Canelo if he wins this fight?
Well, I heard he was getting almost 80% of the purse.
Oh,
so.
we ain't talking about it. Yeah, he's gonna get the
Well,
well, and that's
another bag,
and that's the
another
reason.
purse.
And to be honest with you, that's the other reason why he took the fight because he didn't want to take the fight, but they gave him.
Yeah,
I
it
heard
was
they
like
gave him like 150.
150, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about his legacy though. If he wins this fight, he gains nothing.
Exactly.
I don't know, because we willing to give Bud the greatest. We willing to give Bud a top 5 crack for GOAT
But
if he.
would disappoint a bunch of brown people. I ain't gonna lie. That's all it is. That's all it is.
But hold on, wait. I hear what you're saying because I think it's some truth to it, but it's not fair.
It ain't fair. That's what I was gonna say.
Here's the thing.
You got to give Canelo some kind of credit.
Okay, right now, what's Canelo's greatest win to you? His greatest win. His greatest win. You got Triple G. You got.
I apologize to the Brown delegation. I don't really follow this. I can't
You
really
got-
think of one.
you
Well,
got-
Triple G. That's the
Okay.
obvious. That's the obvious.
Okay,
That's
so
the
would
obvious
this not be because this is considered a pound for pound great to Terence Crawford? Wouldn't this not be a historic win for him? Because I get the narrative, and that's what I'm trying to get everybody to say.
To me,
Because
personally,
everybody's trying to say that, and Canelo said it. He just took the money. He was like, I'm not going to get no credit because they're going to say it's a smaller man coming up. But is Bud Crawford considered right now, other than Inoue and Usyk, one of the greatest? He's got to be the greatest, one of the greatest fighters in the world, pound for pound fighters in the world, right? So would this not be Canelo's biggest win as far as
marquee, like a marquee dude.
it's like who he's beating.
But it would be bigger than Triple G. It would
Exactly.
be bigger than Caleb Plant. It would
That's
be
what I'm
bigger
saying.
than
Because nobody's coming in with the resume Crawford had.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
See what I'm saying?
Like, all of them dudes took
Nobody-
L's before. He ain't
Right.
undefeated.
That's why I can't respect because it's a relatively safe bet. It's like, okay, you're gonna put all the chips on the line for that, all the legacy on the line for that. But you do it with a smaller dude to hedge your bet, to kind of diminish the accomplishment. It's like, I mean, I understand it, and it's like taking nothing away, but it's like, okay, at the end of the day, you picked on a little dude in the yard. Okay.
Yeah, but bro, he didn't want this fight. He the one that he didn't want the fight. They just kept throwing the money because here's what the issue with this fight. He said he's like, if I win this fight, they're not gonna give me credit. But what they did was, in Turkey, shout out to Turkey Island Sheik, Canelo told them, I'll fight Benavidez if you give me 150 million. Because they still want that fight. But the Turk turned around and said, okay, the 150 that you wanted, I'm gonna give it to you for Bud Crawford. Because Canelo said that he was like, man, I'm not gonna get, because he wasn't gonna take the fight. He's like, I'm not gonna get credit if I beat this little guy. But they gave him the money that he wanted for Benavidez. Is that fair to him that I took the money to make this fight for y'all?
That was that fair to
And
Canelo.
if he win, you gonna say as a Bud Crawford fan, oh, you picked on a little guy. That ain't fair. He fighting a 2-time undisputed champion who's undefeated.
Stick around and fight Benavidez.
Okay, and I was gonna say that because that's the same way I feel about Tank. take your Jake fight, but I want my Shakur fight. Get your money. I still think it's a little bit unfair because he did still beat a pound for pound fighter, but I do need you to fight Benavidez.
Oh yeah, yo, for real. By no means I'm not done with you. Like, feel me?
But tonight, let's just say tonight he wins. Does he deserve credit? No.
For winning, sure. As much credit as it's due. It's not as big a milestone, I'd say, as we making.
Well, he's beating your fighter though. You can't give him credit.
He is. But it look like I'm not really tripping on that. Like, that's cool because it's like the game is rigged for the most part. It's all smoke and mirrors, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, as far as it goes. But like I said, if he can get it, he gets what credit is due. That's why I left my wallet out of this. You feel me?
Okay.
This is my heart going with this, and this is why I fuck with Bud. This is why my prediction is the way it was and everything else. Like I said, Canelo very well could because conventional wisdom says that my frontal lobe, whatever the fuck is the logical part of my brain says, yeah, you know what, this is easy money. Canelo gonna beat the fuck out your boy. But you know what? Some kind of way it's some intrinsic shit at play here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you know what? There's a whole lot more gonna happen. Like it's special. The money is guaranteed. They doing the money out different. It's not hype. I just started watching the pre-fight joint on Netflix. They had for the build-up and everything, and that was captivating because it's like I like the direction it's going. This could potentially save boxing, being all the way honest, because like we said, like we talked about before, the last event was a little shaky at best. You know what I'm saying? That Netflix put on.
But I mean, that's Jake and Tyson.
Tyson's
60.
With the economics of it out, because it's like, he got Floyd down the line, which is another cartoon.
We're gonna talk about that later. Yeah,
right. But it's like not taking nothing away. If Canelo do what he's supposed to and what I've seen him do with, and I'd say lesser. I have to go as far as to say with lesser fighters because it's like, he's been in there with the best, and he's and the guys. And not just talking about the L's because it's like the L's, and Canelo's got outs for the L's. You know what I'm saying? It's like Canelo gets passes for his L's.
I think he's being
unfair, beat him up. Bebop beat him the fuck up.
I think
Bebop beat his motherfucking ass.
I just think you being unfair, man. I just think that like he only lost to 2 Hall of Fame fighters. Like, think about this. He's been around. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. He fought Austin Trout. He fought Triple G 3 times, and he's still relevant. He ain't lost.
That's true.
Like
he's one of the great ones.
He's gotta be
a Hall of Famer.
I think he's the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. Nobody's accomplished more. Nobody accomplished more. I'm just saying.
Like that. I had to take a long way.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I knew I was gonna make him choke. Hey, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe. I knew I was gonna make him choke. Like, cause y'all be hating on him. Like he only lost to Floyd.
We have to say, Jesus Cesar Chavez.
Nah,
we're gonna have to still stay with you. Okay. We still stick with
Chavez,
Antonio Barrera.
Chavez.
Hey, look, I fuck with La Raza. All right. Okay. All right. I'm just saying.
Chavez and Barrera never undisputed. Never undisputed.
All right.
Never undisputed. And Chavez fought like 80 cab drivers. He's like 80-5. I mean, let's be honest, man. People, and that's what I be talking about. People be talking about Chavez. I'm like, name me a fighter he fought.
That's true.
I mean, he fight down in like South America. Nobody knew who these ain't sanctioned fights. And, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know what? Canelo is approaching fishnet status. And only a real one's going to understand what I'm talking about when I say that.
I'm just saying, man. Like we got to give.
Because Oscar ain't no slouch. You feel me?
Oscar, if Oscar didn't get on the cocaine, because one thing I give about Oscar, he's always going to be on my top pound for pound list because Oscar fought everybody. He didn't duck nobody. So I get it. I'm just saying, man, like we got to give Canelo some credit because it's like, he only lost to 2 greats.
And the son bitch ain't got no neck. It's like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
exactly.
Like, look, and then like you said before when we showed the weigh-in, boy, I ain't taking the fight laying down. Like, don't get me wrong.
And that's the thing. That's another reason why I think he could win. Then we gonna get off this is because number one, look how he looked. He ain't looked like that in a long time.
Long time.
And consider who he brought in to spar to get ready for this. But it's in this. You got running Boots. He sparred Boots. Yo Hernandez. You got to check out Yo.
Bud was sparring Boots.
Uh-uh.
Oh, Canelo
brought him. So that means he took the fight serious.
Okay.
So
that's like almost cheating.
Exactly, and that's the best spar you can get in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Bud older than Canelo too, right?
Exactly. He's older. And now, I say this gonna be my determining fact. This is why I really picked Bud. I picked Bud because it ain't got nothing to do with, do I think he's a better fighter? Yes. Do I think he's more skilled? Yes. Do I think he possesses everything that can beat Canelo, i.e. Bivol, i.e. Floyd? But the X factor for me is his corner. Bo Mack and them, they do a way better job than what Eddie Nelson did with Canelo. Bo Mack and them, I think they're the best team in boxing because they know how to make adjustments. When he fought Sean Porter, they went back to the corner and Bo Mack was like, hey, you're losing the fight. And that's not much for adjustment, but just to have the sound mind to say, hey, you need to step it up. And if you listen, and I want y'all, when we watch the fight tonight, when they go in their corner, listen to the advice that Bo Mack is giving them. Canelo lost the Bivol fight because he couldn't adjust. And that's the reason why I think Canelo could lose tonight. And he don't make any adjustments.
So,
right? You know what I'm saying?
So you said Bud not gonna knock him down. So you got Bud in what, a split or unanimous decision?
Either one. I think. Let me say this. I'm gonna say unanimous because I say split. I'll say 7-5. I think he's gonna outbox him, and I think he has the tools to do that. And I think his corner has shown us. Even like if you go back and watch that Spence fight, it wasn't just an ass whooping; it was a technical. He took him to school from everything that he did from his footwork. I watched him outclass Earl Spence on every angle, and when I was listening to the corner, I'm like, man, it makes sense what they saying. Canelo's corner, they don't make any adjustments. Like I just think that the coaching, I think it's gonna be a tight fight, and I think whoever makes the adjustments, that's why I'm going with Bud. It ain't got nothing to do with Bud's Nike Street. It really ain't got nothing to do with Canelo's counterpunch power. All those stuff that makes both of them great. I think the coaching is gonna come down to the coaching. I just think Bo Mack and them are better.
I think at the end of the day,
I just think
really just a much. I ain't gonna say much better boxer because Canelo is a master boxer.
He is. As well. It's a different style. It's different style. He's more flat-footed, but he's got a lot of waist movement. With Crawford,
he got that peekaboo type.
And then Crawford has more better footwork, but he's better coached. I think the coach is gonna come down to who makes adjustments. That's all. And I just favor Bo Mack. I've seen Canelo take shots from bigger, stronger men. I think it's impossible. I think up to this point now, and I don't think either one of them gonna get knocked out because both of them are good enough to not get knocked out. So I don't think.
Yeah, and I don't think it's gonna be no knockouts, but I do think somebody gonna touch the canvas though.
I don't know. I just think it's gonna be a technical war, and I think that Bo Mack and them will make the necessary adjustment because I could see Crawford and them. It's the same thing I would do with Tank. It's why I think Shakur can beat Tank. Those guys, they power punches. Canelo don't try to knock you out, but he tries to hit you with 1-2 punches.
At this point in his career, he's
that's why Bivol beat him because Bivol kept him at the end of the jab. Every time Canelo tried to, because you can see it with power punches. When they trying to load up, you can see they body language. They coming forward. And that's what I tell people all the time. I'm one of the few people, it's the same reason why I think Shakur can beat Tank. Because when Tank loading up, if you hitting him, and I watch Bivol do it to Canelo, just keep hitting him, keep putting that jab on him, that's gonna make him have to readjust.
Like a reset button.
Right, it's a reset button. So that's how I see Bud winning this fight. It's just that's why I say he gotta throw at least 25 jabs around to win this fight. Now, there is gonna come a time where he is gonna feel Canelo's power. But see, if you watch Canelo Alvarez's fights, he doesn't like to chase. He doesn't like lateral movement.
And Bud will not land 168.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
He will not land.
But he's a master counterpuncher. But we'll see, man. I'm excited. I think it's the fight of the century.
Y'all think Bud gonna land more than 146 punches?
He has to.
He has to.
He has to. In order for him to win, he has to. You have to overwhelm and keep Canelo in that high guard.
He's gonna touch.
Yeah, he has to. He has to. That's just that's one of the few ways he can win that fight. That's what B was. That's what B was. He just kept touching that jab.
Touching that bigger man. Because you know, if B-Ball was a different kind of fighter, we might have seen a little bit more.
Right.
A sound fight.
Right. All right, cool, man. Well, we're gonna check it out. Chuck, you want to do any fantasies, or you want to go straight to a sponsor, or what you want to do?
No, let's go into fantasy, and then we're going to a sponsor.
All right, cool.
All right, y'all know what it is, man. Debate will Bake episode, season 4, episode 14, man. Week 2 of the NFL season. And so dig this. I want to pick y'all brain on 4 quarterbacks that all play tomorrow at 12. All right, so I'm going to keep it real simple. And if you're watching this, man, shout out to Dave in the comments. Whoever else catching this, man, I'll let you hear your thoughts as well. 4 quarterbacks who all play tomorrow at 12. All right, so we got Aaron Rodgers, we got Lamar Jackson, we got Josh Allen play at 12. Let's see here. We might have to go with a 3 o'clock one, like Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts. So we'll get 4 of those quarterbacks. All right. And so let's start with what y'all think Aaron Rodgers is gonna do, man?
Who they playing? First of all, who they playing?
Aaron Rodgers, Pittsburgh is playing Seattle.
They at Seattle?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're in Pittsburgh.
They in Pittsburgh? Man, that's
I got 2 touchdowns.
So you think I think he's good for 2 touchdowns too. I think he's good for 2 touchdowns.
I like that.
All right, here goes some easy. What about y'all think Josh Allen good for 2 touchdowns?
Easy. And now the question with him is he gonna be throwing or
running? See, let me be specific. Do we think he's good for 2 pass touchdowns?
I think so.
I like it.
I think I think Josh Allen any bet is good.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah,
man, that comeback he did was that made him look bigger, or did that make Lamar look smaller?
That made him look bigger because Lamar don't look small. Lamar didn't lose that game. That game was strictly on the Derrick Henry fumble, really, to be all the way honest. Because it wasn't much Lamar. There wasn't much else Lamar.
And I think that's unfair because Josh is gonna always look better because Josh has to do more for that team to win. Lamar doesn't.
Josh gonna always look better because Josh is white.
Well, I mean that too, but I'm just saying Josh got to do more. He's gonna have better stats because he's got to make more attempts. He's got to run more. Lamar has more of a committee. Like they're not relying on Lamar to throw a lot. He can,
but they don't have to.
They don't have to. They got a stacked defense. Buffalo does too, but they got a big time running back, and they share the load with Derrick Henry. So I think Josh is gonna always look because Josh has to do a lot for that team to win.
So we agree that Lamar then he good for at least 1 rushing or throwing touchdown.
Yeah. So I go as far as say 4.
You could, you
go as far as say 4.
You could.
All right, so
they got Cleveland too.
Yeah.
You want to get in 4? They got.
All right, so for this last quarterback, y'all want to do Jalen Hurts or Patrick Mahomes?
They play each other, right?
Yep. Kansas City versus Philly.
I mean, unfortunately, I look for Pat to try to do something. However, I would more. Can we do another one? Just be honest with you. I want to stay away from that. It's like I fool with both the boys.
But you don't think either one.
So do you think Baker Mayfield gonna have 2 touchdowns out here in Houston? That's a Monday game. I'm trying to stick to something.
Unfortunately, I think so.
You know I'm out of there.
Unfortunately, I think so.
You want to put your money on Mayfield? You can.
I ain't put no money on him though. But I get out here and throw 2 teeters. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, you got Mike Evans out here. You got Galveston. You got some local town links. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he might throw 2 for sure out here on us.
All right. So I mean, we got other quarterbacks. I think Dak Prescott he good for two touchdowns. They playing the Giants tomorrow at 12.
I think so.
Yeah,
Let me
coming off that low,
Look,
that
let me
don't get
tell you
two
something.
hitters.
They look good to me.
They did.
It's just Philadelphia is that good, man.
The sad part is they look better than us. And
Yeah, they look good to me. Like,
and CD ain't gonna drop all them balls.
No, CD gonna be he gonna be at MVP level for the rest of the season.
He's gonna be looking to make a point.
Pickens was a nice locked in acquisition. So it's like, yeah, I get that too.
You get that too, or over Matt Stafford's too. He playing Tennessee.
Well, yeah, Matt Stafford with those two as well. Him and Puka Duka, man, them boys be going, damn. I really was in doubt until we really got in. But I mean, look, he got Devontae Adams looking like he's 26, 27 years old too. Like,
so
the Prescott 2 touchdowns or the Stafford 2 touchdowns.
I like them both.
But you got to pick.
I need one of them.
You can't say both.
I'm leaning towards Dak Prescott.
I'm leaning towards the Cowboys. I like what I saw from them
I
last
think
week.
so. The Cowboys got the Giants too.
I think,
yeah. Until the Giants go to Jackson Dart, yeah, I think that's good. I mean, because even a shootout is even better. But I think Dak is good for it too.
You want to take that Dak?
Yeah, I took the Dak one. I took the Dak. All right, man. So look, dig this. That's our 6 picks. And so y'all check this out. Here what the play look like. We got Prescott with more than 2 touchdowns. We got Lamar Jackson with a 1, whether he rush it or throw it. We got Josh Allen with more than 2 touchdowns. We got Aaron Rodgers with more than 2 touchdowns. We got Canelo with less than 156 punches. And we got Terence Crawford with more than 146 punches. So that's our 6-ticket parlay for tonight.
This is Prize Picks.
This is Prize Picks. Y'all scan the code right now. Y'all get $25 when y'all signed up. Hey, dig this. We finna bet $5 for the chance to win $270.
Y'all tap in.
We need that.
Y'all tap in.
We need a big win like that here.
We on. And that's some expert family analysis. Put that in your pipe and smoke.
Okay, so they hating on me on my boxing pick. They saying my boxing people can't be fighting each other. That's whack as hell. Prize Picks. All right, so you know who on the undercard?
Yeah.
We
got Lester Martinez with Christian and Billy, which I want to stay away from.
Okay, the Christian Billy.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Fernando Vargas fighting.
Callum.
Wait.
Fernando Vargas Jr. fighting Callum.
Okay, Take Junior.
Oh my goodness gracious! You talking about? Oh my God! I thought you talking about young head, but I was gonna say, wait a minute. Nah. I'm 45 years old, my nigga. Like, wait a minute. Ain't no way in hell. No. Ain't no way in hell. Oh shit! If I ain't had no headphones on, boy, I'd got to pass you a wall. I'm gonna say, wait a minute.
So you think Junior gonna land more than 86 punches?
That's hard. I'm just picking him for me.
I certainly hope so for the legacy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying.
He should.
What about what's his name? Inoue.
Now I'll take him. He's fighting tomorrow.
Who you got?
He's fighting
some of the black dude, huh?
Nah, it's
oh yeah, they do say 5:40 a.m.
Yeah,
that's tomorrow.
Because he's fighting in Japan. I can't think of dude, man.
No, I'm gonna stick to Sunday so we can get the whole ticket for tomorrow, for today and tomorrow.
I'm scared of the in Billy fight because that dude Lester Martinez, he's from Crawford's camp. He is a motherfucker.
Martinez?
Yes.
You think he gonna have more than 200 punches landed?
Man, that's such a hard fight. That's the fight. That's one of the fights I really want to see. It's such an even hard fight because then Billy is number 1 at 168 at all the boxing commission. He's like, whenever Canelo leave, he could beat him along with Plant, a couple of guys and I just want to stay away from that fight. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. I really don't. And Billy is more accomplished, but Martinez, motherfucker, man. That's who Bud is sparring to help him get ready for. That's one of the guys.
He's sparring in Billy?
Martinez. No, Martinez is in his camp. That's Martinez. Now, what about the Stephen Stone, the so-called fight? Stephen
It's
Nelson.
not on here.
Damn, man. Do we got to take that fight?
So I need punches landed from either Billy or Martinez or Vargas Jr. or Walsh.
It's gonna be lower than 200. What's that number?
So for Mbili, 200 punches landed,
Yeah,
more or less.
more. No.
Less.
No, and Billy throws a lot of shots. He throws a lot of punches.
What about for Martinez?
Same thing, 200.
200. I said lower.
Now that might be.
They made a good bet.
That might be.
Going for Martinez.
Yeah. Because Billy does throw a lot of punches.
All right. So there we go. Now new ticket look like so we still going more on Bud.
Yeah.
On 146 punches. We
We
got less
That
on
might-
the 200
that might
punches
mess
for
up the
Martinez.
That might mess up the whole part. That's such a tough fight.
It is, but see, he gonna have to do more with less.
It is.
All right, and that lineup has been submitted, man. We just bet $5 for the chance to win 190. And so shout out to Prize Picks for the chance to spend a little bit to make a little bit. If you watching in right now, man, scan that code on your screen, man. Tap in with us, take advantage of the picks. And Prize Picks gonna give you $25 for signing up just for rocking with your boy. So
Shout out to Prize Picks, man. Chuck, you want to do a sponsor segment, or you want us to go ahead and get it to
Yeah, let's go into a sponsor real quick,
All right,
man.
cool.
Men's Fragrance, your home for 100% authentic men's cologne. We carry high-end fragrances like Creed, YSL, Gucci, Polo, and more with below retail prices. All orders come with free shipping. Order online at men's-fragrance.net. Men's Fragrance. Smell good for less.
All right. Shout out to our sponsors. You can check out our sponsors and Debate with Baker along with other shows on the Most Serious catalog at mostserious.com. Today, make sure you hit that like and subscribe on Debate with Baker, episode 14, season 4. All right, let's get into it. We've been gone for a long time, but I think we got two contract situations that we could talk about here that kind of rocked the NFL world right before the season started. In particular, and when I say these two situations, one is really the one that really rocked the NFL world. But the other one I want to use as a comparison because I want to understand why each organization decided to do what they did. Now, the story that rocked the NFL world right before the season started was Cowboys traded three-time All-Pro linebacker Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers, which is funny because the Cowboys did lose to the Packers in the playoffs. The Parsons and the Packers have already reached an agreement on a 4-year, $188 million contract. All right. Jerry Jones became very, very viral with his comments saying that they just simply did not want to get this deal done with Parsons. I was shocked. And I'm still somewhat shocked, even though I've had time to think and mull over why would he allow this to happen. I've got my own personal feelings about Jerry and his GM role. I think he's an excellent owner. And shout out to Netflix. If you haven't got a chance to check out that Cowboys special on Netflix, it's good. It talks about, especially for all of us, the 90s Cowboys, the last time they were relevant. But he simply did not want to get this deal done. Hence, Micah Parsons went to the Green Bay Packers, and he already joined the defense that was already stout. Judging by what I seen Thursday night, I think they're the best defense in the NFL. So it kind of caught me by surprise, even though I talked to a number of people, even Cowboy fans, why they justify Jerry making this happen. I even spoke to you briefly about it roll off the air a week or two ago. But I got right underneath that. The Steelers went on ahead and gave T.J. Watt a 3-year, $123 million extension that includes a $108 million guarantee. Now, that's what I was asking that question. It's like, why would Pittsburgh get this deal done and Dallas would let their rusher leave? I mean, one-of-a-kind talent. Is he a generational talent? That can be debated. But in y'all opinion, why do you think Jerry let this happen? I'm still kind of paused. I mean, and I could even see Dallas's first game was against Philadelphia. I thought that was a determining factor because the defense did a great job. It's just that 35 receivers cover down the field. Linebackers take Saquon Barkley. What was left open? Jalen Hurts was able to scramble with his legs. And you missed that speed on the outside. Fast forward to Thursday when the Packers played the Commanders. Parsons made a difference in forcing the young man from Washington up the pocket. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, why would Jerry do this?
Pride.
Right.
Pride.
Well, we know
You
that.
pride.
Always pride.
That's the only answer. It
Right.
ain't money. It's pride.
But pride for what, though? Like, what is it?
Good old boy pride.
Yeah, Jerry wanted to be the star, man. Jerry had prostate or whatever kind of cancer he was getting over. In the meanwhile, nobody gives a shit about, to be all the way honest. Sorry, Jerry. Respect, I guess. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Bitch ass paid anyway. But it's like, yeah, you don't get no pass for not making a deal there. You said you got, I don't know how many draft picks you cut up. You save however many much money. And yes, at the end of the day, unfortunately, I guess the Steelers are closer than y'all. That's why they went on here, took care. They
See, and that's what I think it is.
It's like, yeah, they're closer than y'all, which is cool. However, I hope you were pleasantly surprised, delighted, surprised, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Because, yeah, y'all played the Eagles real close. And like my motherfucking man said just now, yeah, you know what? All you was missing was your main pass rush, and y'all would have pulled the goddamn upset.
Right.
But you know what? You're right. That's pride. You wanted to save that money to send a statement or whatever the fuck else you got down. Well, I mean, excuse me. Okay, wait a minute.
Nah, keep going. You might as well. You can't stop now.
Right. Whatever the fuck else you bitch ass crackers want to do. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Send a message. Go ahead, get on the Cleveland train. Send you a message. Send you a draft day message. Humble these niggers. Whatever the fuck you want, however the fuck you want to do it. That's how the fuck you want to do it. That's what hill you want to die on. That's cool. Because you know what? All money do it like that. So it's like, all right, if you got money to burn and you can afford to lose 90 more years where your ass is 190 or whatever the fuck still hanging on to the GM road, that's cool. But you know what? You let your fan base suffering. A whole lot of people suffering unbeknownst to you with that good bullshit. So it's like, all right, yeah, you know what? Not Green Bay the best in the motherfucking league. And you know what? They more than likely gonna win the goddamn thing this year, to be honest with you, from what I've seen in 2 weeks.
That's right.
So congratulations, Mr. Jones. You've done wonders for the cheeseheads, my guy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about crap.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's exactly what I think it is. I think the Steelers go all in because I think both of these guys deserve the money, whatever comes their way. I mean, can you think of anybody that's played better than Micah Parsons on the edge? People have played just as good, but I mean, TJ is, I think he's either outside rusher. He's outside.
He's outside.
So both of them have played well. I think the Steelers just flat out let everybody know we think we're closer to winning a Super Bowl than Dallas. For me, it's pride with Jerry, but I think Jerry looked at his team and said, "Are we really going to win?" You know, because you have to consider this as an owner. Like, I don't know, man. If I don't think my team can win a Super Bowl, why would I give a defensive lineman or a defensive edge rusher all this money? Now, me personally, I think I would because of how Parsons has played, and you don't get that kind of speed. That don't come around.
No, and it was Jerry's soundbite on the map. Jerry specifically said, "We've got to stop the run." That was his quote about about the final decision on sending Micah off. Like, Micah, don't stop the goddamn run. Like, which is all preposterous. That's why it's like, I'm too done with Jerry. I ain't never been a Cowboy fan. Don't fuck with the Cowboys. However, what I saw week 1, I feel for y'all simply because, yeah, they dropped the fucking ball. There is no justification for no good bullshit like that. That's Madden GM shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what, you gonna stop the run by sending away your premier edge rushers? Like, make it make sense.
Right.
Like, the fuck? Yeah, y'all okay without it. Yeah, y'all perform well without him. But he was good. Like, I mean, seriously, like, he was good. Like, I mean, I'm really glad you tied this in a parallelist with TJ Watt.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's like, Yeah, Pittsburgh good too. But they took care of their business.
Right.
That's the shit we was on Cincinnati ass by last season.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, you gotta take care of your business. This
Right,
is football. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
It's like, look, we 40 plus in this game. So it's like we aren't in here goddamn
Right.
analyzing this shit. So it's
Right.
like, yeah, we look at the money too. It ain't just about the talent and everything else. So it's like, yeah, if you a good organization, but you cheat and you bitch made,
Right.
like, nah, man.
And then that's what's crazy about that is because he overpaid Dak, overpaid CD. So I ain't gonna call him cheap, right? Because he's willing to overpay. You know what I'm saying?
Where you want to, you get what you pay for, bitch ass.
If he chose not to pay,
yeah, for real. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing about it. It's like, and that's a great point, Chuck. It's like, okay, you gotta overpay for a quarterback. I knew they were gonna overpay for Dak Prescott because that's what the league is. That's the market for quarterbacks. If you got a decent quarterback,
They're gonna get his money.
Yeah.
They're gonna get his money.
You got to be completely just sorry for you not to get paid for as a quarterback in this league, and that's subjective. But it's like, you know, in the category of Micah Parsons, who you got? Him, T.J. Watt. Who else on the defensive line is in that category?
Edge rusher, yeah, you want to throw in one of the races, Bosa boys?
You can throw in one of the Bosa boys. Maybe the kid from Detroit if he ain't hurt.
Oh yeah,
Hutchinson. Yeah. I mean, and other than that, that's the top tier, right?
Miles Garrett,
goes
Khalil Mack,
yeah, and Mack may not even be in there anymore. But
Nick
he used to
Bosa,
be. Bosa,
Max Crosby.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
right. So that's your top tier defensive edge rusher.
Von Miller,
and Miller might be more of a specialist. He might be.
You can even come downhill with my boy
Will.
Yeah, Will Anderson.
Yeah.
Will Anderson.
Yeah.
So Will Anderson balling.
Yeah. So
and he on this list right here.
So the thing about it is, you got. I think like if you have one of them guys, which they don't come around that much, especially I think Parsons is at the top of that list with TJ. That's why I'm comparing both situations. It's like I think you have to pay that guy. Like, look, you know, the Browns is unsuccessful. There's probably a graveyard for quarterbacks. Okay, but they did get it right by paying Miles Garrett. You know, like
that's an interesting segue into it when you say the Browns too, because that's what else jumps up off me off this paper is the fact that I'm sorry, I have to go political. TJ White is white and goddamn Micah Parsons is black.
Right.
Now, Jerry, what's really going the fuck on?
Right.
If Micah Parsons was TJ White, would you have made it happen?
Maybe.
There you go.
Because there are some rumors in the.
I think it's more about what you were saying. I don't think he was confident that they would win.
That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Because on the racial blast, like I'm saying, Dak and CD got paid. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
so
That's true.
I don't really think it's that. I don't think he felt like even paying him would make them win.
That's my point. Right. That's the only thing I could come up with that I would say legitimate. I don't even know if that's legit.
Statistically, where is that defense panning up though? Like as far as statistics, like where are they shaping up? Like,
well, I mean,
even going back to last year.
Without Parsons, they probably middle of the pack.
But that's not bad.
It's not. But it just doesn't make sense to let him walk. To me, the only reason I can come up with is like he just don't think they can win. He just don't think they can win because again, the Steelers, and shout out to the Roonies. I think they've been running the Steelers for a long time. I mean, they're a winning franchise, and I am more inclined as an owner to go all out if I think we can win.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm skeptical about the Rodgers move too.
Right. And that's a great point. I think they went after Rodgers because they feel like that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need. We don't, and we plan on paying TJ. But I can justify to my fan base, to the people who rent those boxes out at the stadium, I can justify paying TJ Watt because guess what? We got a shot to win the Super Bowl. You know, we're always in the hunt.
Securing our position on both sides of the ball.
Right. And nobody can say I didn't go all out. I didn't let TJ Watt get out of the door because if I do, people could look at me and say, you're not trying to win as an owner. We're going to stop coming to the stadium. You see what I'm saying? There are people that come to the stadium just to see TJ Watt. You know what I'm saying? They don't know nothing about the Steelers or don't follow like we follow. That's the only reason why I could think Jerry would let Michael Parsons go. Is like when he look at his team and he look at the upcoming cap, whatever he's got his eyes on in terms of the draft or whatever he's trying to do. I think he looked at the Cowboys and said, "We're not going to win. We don't have a shot to win the Super Bowl." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said he told Good Morning America that he could get 3 to 4 to 5 players for Micah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which says that we're looking to build for the future. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't no mess.
Right. I mean, and generally speaking, too, it's like this. It's really comes down to this. When you thinking about the NBA, when you see the Rockets, when we went on our championship runs, right? When we decided to start dismantling the team, we dismantled the team because we didn't think we could win. You know, we didn't keep Elijah Warren, which I thought we should have, but we didn't give Elijah Warren a boatload of money that I thought he deserved because we didn't think we could win. You know, and it's like you got to make that decision as an owner. It's like, do I pay my superstar millions?
How do we reverse course? Like, if you do this shit on one side of the ball but not the other?
That's
like,
true. That's another.
Right. Like,
Right.
Wait a minute, you loaded up to lock these boys down. So
right.
You trying to sell CC, trying to win.
Right.
Well, and that's the difference, right, between the Steelers and the Cowboys. Like Steelers did it on both sides of the ball. Took care of TJ. Took care of some other defensive cornerbacks. Took care of DK Nick. They took care of them.
And they grabbed Metcalf.
Right. That's what I'm saying. To make it easier for Aaron. Like, bro, we need
out George Pickens loud mouth at.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Who's hustling?
And then even then, when you compare Pittsburgh to Dallas, like if you watch that Cowboys, but if you watch that Cowboys special when Jerry Jones bought that team, he said, "Me and my family, me and the Jones family, we're business people first. The Steelers people, they're business people, but they hired football people to run their organization. Jerry Jones is not a football guy; he's a business guy. He's an oil guy." Right. He's an oil guy, and what he's known for, if you watch, I'm telling you, watch that special. What made everything so great for him in Dallas is that they won because a lot of the stuff that he was bringing to the table got highlighted more because they won. Jerry was the one bringing all the sponsors, Pepsi, Nike, all of that. But it all looked good because they won in the 90s. So he was a business guy that started winning football. He was never a football guy that brought in the business. You see what I'm saying? So it's no comparison as far as organizations because Pittsburgh, they have a lot of football people in their front offices.
And I always have.
Right. That's why they always, a lot of people didn't agree with them on Mike Tomlin, but they understand football and they've never missed a playoff since Mike. It takes a football mind to be able to make that kind of decision. That's what I used to criticize us for. It's like, rest in peace to the original McNair. I never saw him as a football guy. I saw him as a rich guy who bought a football team.
He's responsible for bringing football.
Right, but some of the moves that he was making and the comments he was making, it's like you don't have enough football people. Like all these guys that we brought in, like the quarterback carousel that we had at one time. That wasn't football stuff to me. That was a look, an image thing, which the NFL does a lot when it comes to image. But our owner for a long time, I mean, look at the circus we went to. I feel good about us now because I feel like we have put football people in our front offices to make football decisions versus business people or people who are concerned about cosmetics of how to look about football. I mean, all those years we went through, Shaw, the league was telling us, football people were telling us Matt Shaw was a backup quarterback. We were telling everybody
to the Pro Bowl,
but we were telling everybody that he's a starting quarterback. And football people around the league, it's nothing special. Everybody knows. Yeah, every now and then somebody gets it wrong.
They said he was carrying Vic's towel.
Right, exactly. and that's what I kept saying. I'm like, man, if he and even when Vic left, he couldn't win the starting job. Why do we make him? Well, we didn't have football people making football decisions, So I think that's the difference. But I do think that's what it is. I just think Jerry looked at his team and just said, you know what, we're not gonna win.
And I respect it, but shame on you, Jerry.
Right.
5 niggas for 1 nigga, that ain't even cool to even say. That's a horrible soundbite. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody else can't read it through the time, I really
and again, right. And if you do watch that Netflix special, which I keep endorsing that, it shows you why Dallas is going through what they're going through. Like, they don't get rid of Jimmy Johnson. The organization started to turn into more of a business than versus. He got lucky with football guys with Jimmy Johnson, but it ain't been the same since then. All right, week 2 wrap up. Who were you surprised by in week 2, or who disappointed you?
Okay, we'll start here. I'm about that. Let me grab. I'm surprised, but not surprised by Justin Herbert and them Chargers, man.
That's a great.
Like, them Chargers are for real right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like Green Bay a little less of a surprise, and I just throw them out there because I didn't mention it at first, but I will. You know what I'm saying? Green Bay too, because Green Bay has shown everybody, they got to stay and they get forward. Like Green Bay,
they contenders. Yeah,
Green Bay about that action.
Right.
But the Chargers in that AFC, Chargers about that action too. You know what I'm saying? And like dethroning, well, I guess you can't call it much of a throne in Kansas City. However, unseating Kansas City in the AFC right now, it's big because that's all they did. Yeah, y'all remember them Chargers? They looked bad versus us last year, even in the playoffs. That shit ain't gonna happen again.
Right.
I hope we don't see them boys. If that's how it shake up, I hope we don't see them Chargers down the line, and that's how our path takes us.
Right.
So yeah, them Chargers, look out for them.
They were your surprise. Now, who were you disappointed in?
Disappointed? It goes a long way. There was a lot of disappointment, being all the way honest.
Well, who do you think?
You know how you don't be honest about being disappointed by it because I almost drank Kool-Aid and it was it. I was disappointed by Washington. Washington disappointed me because I was started to the party and I got on board and I went whole hog on Jaden Daniels and the Washington Redskins with the moves they made, with the linemen they got from us, with Tunzel and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Tunzel over there doing the same stuff.
The same doggone thing. And real stuff, real talk. So it's like, I'm disappointed in
watching this boy get flags. I say, man, hold on, Tunzel.
But are you disappointed in? Are they? What is?
They won and one. They won and one.
So, are you disappointed in the Green Bay performance?
Against Washington, or
or is it? Or
now Green Bay, it gave some stunning revelations about Washington and where they stand, because I had Washington at the top of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? Just being from last year between the loss from the NFC. Sorry, between the loss to Philly right before in the NFC Championship to now, and the moves that they made during the summertime and the opening day, right, wherever they put it on the week 1, I really expect them to be a lot better on Thursday.
But you don't think? Hold on. But you don't think? Well, it's your pick. I listen. You don't think I'm gonna let you finish? But you don't think I'm not disappointed by them because I always give
year 2 quarterback.
Yeah,
exactly.
and
played like
and now they got film on them.
Yeah,
exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So the first year they don't really know, and even though they know he was good, now you're on everybody's radar. You know what I'm saying? But I do understand in terms of should they look more sharper.
Because think about it, that's premature regression. It's like, CJ faked it a whole second year before he really started hitting his troubles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We still beat the Chargers in the playoffs. So it's like, we regressed a bit. And I wouldn't dare say us, but we are disappointed. We are disappointment as well.
Yeah.
Houston, I'm worried. We got a problem. There's problems in the H. Goddamn. Monday night we'll show you.
I knew
there are problems out
here.
Hey, we better Baker Mayfield better not lead the H with a W.
Ooh, I sure hope
you know
not.
how
look, this is so bad. I drafted Kyrie Barron in my fantasy, and I left him on the bench, and that was a mistake because all we doing is scoring field goals, goddamn. And you know what? He's starting this week, and I sure hope I'm wrong.
And we went through years of that just kicking field goals.
Ooh, and we got years of it.
Yeah. What about you, man? Who surprised you week 2, whether it be good or bad? Who disappointed you, or who did you say? Let's start with who disappointed you in week 2.
The disappointment was probably Patrick Mahomes. Right, I just expected Kansas City to come out more. Yeah, with a chip on their shoulder, something to prove. I expected them to come out.
They did look flat.
They looked very flat. They looked
like they weren't ready to play.
You know who else is disappointed? Goddamn Lions.
Detroit, big disappointment. Big disappointment.
Detroit looked real lackadaisical.
But I'm almost giving them a pass only because they lost both coordinators. And so I'm like, bro, that's big time. That's big time. You lose coordinators and bring in that change. I don't care if Dan Campbell stood there, like he ain't calling the plays. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of was like, they got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time, I think, with them.
But you got Patrick, you got Travis, you got Andy Reid, you got the same crew.
They did look flat, very flat. I thought,
they had a worst viral moment in the world. It's like Kelsey takes out Worthy and
that's what I'm saying.
Nothing. This nigga dislocates his shoulder.
Like took him bro.
I dislocate this man's shoulder, and I'm not knocking Kelsey, but it's like Xavier Worthy. How you that lightweight ass and run that route that wrong, my boy?
No, so Kelsey said he ran the route wrong. Kelsey took the blame. He said, "Man, I ran the route wrong. I shouldn't have ran into my guy."
And that's you never expect that from them.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Bro.
You never expect that.
Even if he was just trying to, take the L, put it on himself, he still said it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But
that's alarming. That's alarming.
Yeah.
That's very alarming.
That's why I understand where Chuck coming from. Like you don't see them look unorganized or chaotic
not only that, I'm gonna have to walk back a lot of them shits I said about the Patrick Mahomes endorsements. It's like you ain't catching no goat, nigga. Fuck out of here. You're not that special. At the end of the day, I hope they do it like for you and your whole read. I hope this isn't some interwoven Tommy Belichick type of dynamic you got with Andy Reid, because Andy Reid damn near washed. So if your run gonna be determined on the Andy Reid run, bro. Like you had to pull something together, Pat.
I think it's back to Green Bay as far as who shined. Yeah, like they had a bunch of talk, First Take and all the sports shows is kind of highlighting them, but like they backing it up, bro. The boy Jordan Love looked really good out there.
They look good.
Jacobs ain't got
Jacobs
work.
man,
He's mean. Ain't got to do much work.
And so
I was smart enough to get Romeo Dubs on my fantasy and all these other boys from dying Green Bay roster. Green Bay is prime. Yeah, that shit's scary in week 2. To be honest, it's like, hey.
And it just looked like that Parsons move just took them from good to great on defense. I think for me, the surprise for me was Dallas. I thought they were gonna get their ass whooped. I really did. But I forgot this. It's a Schottenheimer over. They look like a well-oiled machine on offense, and I'm gonna say defense. I think for me, defense, the only thing that looked bad is they just could not. They missed that speed on the outside with Parsons being gone. Other than that, they looked well coached to me. They didn't make a lot of mistakes other than CD with those drops, but I just think that was phantom. CD Lamb is not going to do that every game. I'm not a Cowboy.
It just sucks because those was game-losing drops.
It was.
But we might be able to attribute that to lightning and the delay, because
that was big time. Right. Yeah. Right. Oh, hour and a half or something like that.
Boys did not. They clearly did not want to play.
And that's a good point. I didn't think about that, but I just expected them to get drove by Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I really did. I expected Philadelphia to. I knew I had Philadelphia winning, but I thought it was going to be 35-7 or something like that. And they
the first half I was worried. Put it that way.
Yeah.
The first half I was worried for Philly. I really thought they was going to give it to them.
Yeah, because Philly started off with a lot of penalties, the spitting incident. Everything looked like, oh, this is a Super Bowl jinx. But to be honest with you, they showed me, and I'm talking about Dallas, they showed me a lot of positive things going toe-to-toe with Philadelphia. That's a Super Bowl team, and I think I still got them going back or being one of the contenders in Philadelphia in the NFC. Cowboys surprised me on that. Who looked good to me? Obviously, Green Bay. Even though I thought Green Bay was going to be good anyway without Parsons, I was so impressed with their playoff run last year, even though they didn't get that far. And I'll tell you what, man, the Bills, even though they do this every year, it's something about that team, man. It's something about them They struggled with Baltimore that whole game. Now think about this: you taking on the Ravens, and I have been a critic of Josh Allen because I think Josh Allen, much like Brett Favre, there's a lot of turnovers that I think before last year caused them to lose a lot of games. He's getting it together.
Oh my God, you're right. I didn't see that.
He is getting it together. And for me, if Baltimore had them down in that game,
Baltimore had the game won.
Right.
In that game.
Right.
Yeah,
and they came back and won it. To me, that means they can beat anybody. They can beat anybody. I think the world of Baltimore, I think Baltimore, even though that's a tough division, I think Baltimore has all the pieces. Other than Lamar throwing the ball a lot of times, I think Baltimore's right there. But for the Bills to be able to do that, to come back like that, because the old Bills, they would have lost that game would have been lost. They wouldn't have had no way to come back. I just think the Bills look good to me. They impress me. I'm not so much. I get what you're saying about the Chargers, but I expected that from them. I think they're a year or two too late because I had that much confidence in that quarterback. I love that quarterback. I just think
Herbert is
right. I just think that they have not been able to put pieces around him, but Harbaugh he's getting it done. So I didn't have them beating Kansas City. That's probably my upset of the week, But I'm not surprised because I could see them coming. They just needed a coach and needed some more pieces. I always felt good about Herbert. I just felt like LA didn't put enough around him.
I got one more. Shame on you, Caleb Williams.
And them Bears, because bad news Bears, though.
You're looking worse than Mitch Trubisky right now.
Yeah, they got some issues out there.
Looking extremely.
I don't know how they
with your new coach, your new look. Y'all look good for a half, and them goddamn Vikings.
And it doesn't help that I think that division is still the best, one of the best divisions.
Yeah. That's the glaring problem.
Giants. I mean, not the Giants. Bears, Vikings. Vikings had a big win the other night. Lions, and them. I think the NFC North is still a tough division to get through. But I don't know how they're gonna fix that because I can't put my hand on the Bears. I just don't know.
Yeah, my dog is just looking busted. It's unfortunate because it's a USC quarterback thing. Yeah. Apparently. Well, y'all motherfuckers get all this glitz and all this shine and all this UIL, but you don't perform. That's Carson Palmer. That's Matt Leinart. Right. That's going on down the line. Y'all have a lineage of underachieving.
And I just start, to your point, I just start with the athletic skills that he has, that he was tailor-made for the NFL.
He don't have no excuses. He's right. He's overthinking.
Right.
Overthinking.
Definitely overthinking.
Yeah. Overthinking at this point. And that's unacceptable. Because they had Minnesota dead in the
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And you let J.J. McCarthy ride high.
Exactly. Which I don't think he's okay.
He wasn't letting them look twice about it.
Right. So I just thought out of all those USC quarterbacks, and I thought about that, I didn't even think about all the ones you named. I thought his game was NFL ready more than anybody. And he just hasn't made the transition yet. I mean,
did he have more eligibility? Did he come out? Did he leave USC?
Yeah, he left early.
Should have stayed in college,
but
kept getting him bad.
I just thought that with as athletic as he was, I thought he was ready. I just thought he was ready, and it's not all his fault. Chicago
been screwing up quarterbacks.
Yeah, it's like they cursed out there.
It's a lot of his fault with this Ben Johnson from Detroit and everything else. It's supposed to be ready made. And the first half of the Monday night game against Minnesota would dictate so.
Yeah,
but then. There was a lot of third and shorts, a lot of different little situations.
They should convert.
Right. Too many balls got away from you.
Exactly.
Right?
That
was just way off.
Right. That wasn't Laro out there quarterback.
Right. Exactly. It's like plays they supposed to make. They're not making them.
So is this a failure in preparation? Or you
it's
just
something.
Not the guy?
Or he choking.
Yeah. You just not the guy.
Well, and it might be that he's just not the guy because he has all the tools. Because here's the thing, we could get mad at Ben Johnson, but you hit the nail on the head. It's like it's like these are 3rd and 5 situations. These are instinct plays. An offensive coordinator shouldn't have to tell you, right? You can get 5 yards.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there looking like, why is he
you
not
got your check down?
Yeah.
Like you overthinking stuff.
Yeah.
You get happy feet.
Yeah. It's like you can't make decisions. And it's like these are plays that I watch you make in your sleep. Now, again, granted, that's USC, that's college, it's not the NFL. But Caleb, you can get 5 yards, 3rd and 5. I mean, they just want to convert nothing.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I don't know if it's the coordinator or is it just him. Like,
And in his defense, Minnesota got a stout D.
they do.
However,
They do.
though,
You got to get those plays.
what you did in your first one, and in Minnesota defense was banged up even. So it's
Yeah.
like you're playing devil's advocate to my own
Right.
statement. It's like you still don't have no pass. It's like,
Right.
Caleb.
Yeah. Well, I agree.
My son, man. It's
Yeah.
Caleb.
Well, let's skip down to the association. Then we'll get out of here, man. We gotta get ready for the fight. But all right, John Wall just announced that he retired from basketball after 11 seasons in the NBA. Listed below is some of his accomplishments.
So look, before you get into the story here, let's show him some love because I thought this video was kind of dope right here.
Go ahead. Whose video is this?
I've been chasing the ball since I can barely walk. Driveways, parks, packed gyms, 5 a.m. workouts. I gave this game everything I had. From Raleigh to Kentucky
John Wall.
to the league.
How good is John Wall?
Every jersey I've worn meant more than just wins and stats. It was about representing something bigger. And it's something I couldn't do without you. To my family, my mom especially, thank you for all your sacrifices. I hope I made you proud. To my teammates, trainers and coaches, thank you for believing in me. And to the fans, you made me feel unstoppable.
What a shot! What a shot!
Most of the game for me. This is from Maya. She really touched your heart, didn't she?
Today, I'm stepping off the court, but not away from the game.
John Wall is in the building.
Basketball will always be in my life. As new opportunities present themselves, I feel now is the time to walk confidently into my next chapter.
Wall, the finish. He's a special player.
Thank you for every cheer, every moment. Retired, but never done. I'm doing it the Wall way.
Yeah, shout out to you, Chuck, man. That was
hard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I came when I saw your list, I saw the topics. I was like, okay, I was doing the research.
Shout out to that.
I came across that. I was like, hold on, John, that was kind of dope. We're gonna show some love because
Right.
as we kind of talk about this.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just looking at the sentiment of that video, and I want to list some accomplishments because I want to talk about his career. He's a 5-time NBA All-Star, All NBA third team. He made the All NBA defensive second team, All NBA All Rookie team, NBA Slam Dunk Contest champion, SEC Player of the Year. He was at Kentucky. Let's talk about his career because here's the thing. For me, he was definitely a top-tier talent. Arguably, probably one of the best guards that came out of that Kentucky NBA machine, I like to give it. Got the Fox in that company.
He played with Book. He played with Book. Was he and Book on the same team?
Yeah, him and Boogie. Him and DeMarcus Cousins.
Not Devin Booker.
Not Devin Booker.
I think Booker played with Jamal Murray.
Maybe.
Booker was after him. Yeah. See, in that class,
he went with AD Boogie as a D.
Yeah.
They won.
Yeah, and Bledsoe, I think.
Yeah,
Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. Yeah.
That's when all 4 of them or 5 of them with Parsons, with the guy that we got.
Chandler.
No. Remember we got Patrick, was it Patrick
Patterson?
Patterson.
Yeah.
Remember all 5 of them went to the NBA draft.
That's
amazing.
Man.
They won
So-
that bitch.
Right. So every time I think about his career, because I asked myself this question, is he a Hall of Famer? Before we get to that, and it's a stretch, I know, it's a stretch. But here's the thing, keep this in mind. It's not the NBA Hall of Fame, it's the Naismith Hall of Fame. So if you look at
Melo that he done.
Okay, but we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Let's talk about his career because I've always felt like, for me, here's the questions I want to ask the panel. And if anybody's in the chat, please respond to this and make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Here's my thing. I've always thought about his career being wasted in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
When I think about Washington, okay,
Was his best year.
it had to be. And what, and I'm not giving him an out on this, but what did they do to build a contender team for him out there.
I think they tried to. That was the Bradley Beal experiment, wasn't it? Yeah.
Right. But they never put nothing around. And it's the same thing with Bill. Even though I think Bill he's kind of falling off. I think the bulk of his years were in Washington, and it's like they're not doing anything to put nothing around him. I don't think that's my opinion.
No, not at all. Like
and I think right, and it's like
what's it, brother? Otto Porter,
right?
Like
they had Otto out there, they had Bill. Russ went out there for a while. It just seems like it's a place where you go to where you're just going here to play and get somewhere else.
You got your intramural team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And, I mean, even the thing, didn't Golden State send Jordan Poole out there?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
that's a punishment.
Right. It's like you get sent out there. You just get sent out there to kind of like die.
Look, they sent Jordan. They sent Jordan out there to die.
Right.
That's
right. It's
something about that.
It's something about their franchise. So every time I think about his career, I think about a talent that just, for whatever reason, whether it be injuries or just the organization, they just have not been able to get the best out of him in Washington, and not even
the best out of anybody.
Right, exactly. So I feel like that's what his career is to me. It's kind of like he just could not get out of Washington. If he could have gotten to it, and he came to us, but by that time.
He went to the Clippers too, didn't he?
Did he go?
Yeah. He was in LA.
He left here.
Yeah. He went to the Clippers for a minute.
And I don't even remember him doing anything out there.
I don't think he didn't.
He didn't. Because it's like Harden came out there, and it's like
I didn't even know he was out
He
there.
was buried on the bench. That's how he got out of here. We might have gotten something for him here, like after he, because it was graceful. That's what I'm saying. It was all honorable. He didn't force his way out of shit. He was humble about the second opportunities and third opportunities that he got. So it's not him per se. It's real DeRozan-ish because it's like you a victim of your circumstance all the way. You really a 100 dude and a player. But for your time and your tenure there, that's the only thing that calls it into question. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's why I say
that DeRozan. That's a good comparison.
Yeah, it is. And I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Talking about John Wall.
Yeah, it's a tough note. Because I want to say
but I just think that because of where he was is the reason why he doesn't make it. I think his career.
But see, does that take away from what he was doing there when it was, like I said, ball? You know what I'm saying? So stupid that they wasn't playing for nothing. It wasn't all about numbers. It wasn't quite like Bosh in Toronto, where it was just like, you ain't playing nobody.
Right.
You put them numbers, but who cares? It's Toronto. Like, but it's not quite like that because he was a generational talent, like you're saying. And one, and
to piggyback off that road, he made 5 All-Star teams playing with the Wizards.
That says a lot.
You see what I'm saying? Like
even in all of their underachievement.
Like he still was one of the premier guards in the East.
Am I reading this right? Defensive second team. It was like, look, that was kind of the death of the point guard in the modern NBA, to be honest. He was one of the last really good point guards. You know what I'm saying? That was around, that could score. He was part of the transition.
Well, and
he
then
could always score.
Well, and then for him too, like not only mentioning the Kentucky run with guards, but there was an NBA at one time where we had him at the point guard. We had Russell Westbrook doing what he was doing as far as a triple-double. Fox coming into the league. You had a time in there where you had these 6'5", 6'4", incredible athletes at point guard, to where they could score, but they also would steal pure points to a certain extent.
Was he the first? That kind of came out in that little crop. That came out. He might have been the first.
He might have
been. Of the year. He was player of the year at Kentucky that year. I remember it was a whole lot of buzz, and it was the only thing. But for Washington having the number one,
right.
That's the only reason he didn't.
I had to check that, but you could be right. But I just feel like for his career,
he was tough. He had to deal with Kyrie, young baby Dame Lillard. He had to deal with Chris Paul in the prime. He had to deal with
boys know
with,
the name.
with
They
a
had
new
circle.
Steph Curry.
Bro, they had to circle that date on the calendar because you had to see them boys.
You had to
You
deal
ain't
with
have,
them.
you ain't have to worry about Washington.
Right.
That's
You
what I'm
see
saying.
John
You had to see
Wall,
them.
right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
Like John Wall
And
makes
that's-
you look bad.
And that's what I'm saying, man. I just feel like the Washington Wizards failed this year.
Yeah, John Wall and who's the kid? And
That's
Jamal
the
Crawford.
statement. Washington, and it's unfortunate to him.
Yeah.
It's the Wizards' fault that he's not in the Hall of Fame.
And
That's
by
what
the time
yeah.
by the time they got him out of there,
It was
you
too
know,
late.
The injuries
Because it was halfway
came in.
because of injury. They didn't
Right.
want to let him go in. And
Right,
it's like, man,
right.
how
And
long
then
y'all
they
keep
paid
him?
him. They paid like in respect to him. They did pay him his money, but they just, for me, see, sometimes it's not always about the money. It's about what are you doing around me. You know, like I don't think they ever gave him a legitimate chance to even go after.
They
Eastern
just sold
Conference.
tickets and they just rolled his back to
Right.
sell tickets and
Right.
keep people in their house. And that's,
Right,
that's
right,
unfortunate. That's
Right.
unfortunate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
right. That's why I think.
That's why, you know what, as a matter of fact, in light of that, and you said it to begin with, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame, it's the Naismith Hall of Fame. And for that reason
He
alone,
may get
I
a
give
shot.
him enough.
He
I
might
give
get
him
a
enough.
shot because his career in Kentucky was so good, even though it was short-lived. But I mean, to me,
That's the Carmelo.
Even in
factor.
high
It's
school,
like-
he was a chippy and he was like McDonald's All-American and all that.
everything. So he it's a shot that he'll get in there. It's just his NBA career was so insignificant compared to what else he did during his basketball.
And you know
team.
what? Even in a testament to his NBA career, he did it the right way.
Mhm.
He didn't pitch a bitch and
Mhm.
force his way out of Washington,
Mhm.
and he got his shot for us humbly. Didn't
Right.
even give us much work, and then
Right.
played. And then we sent him to the next destination because that's what you do for
Right.
somebody that's 100. And
Right.
that is exemplary of what you. That is an aberration
Right.
in a league now where you got a lot of prima donnas, a lot of
Yeah.
bitching, a lot of complaining, a lot
Right.
of forcing this,
You
forcing
didn't get
that.
that from him.
Yeah,
Right.
You
You
did not
didn't get that
from him.
I
So
just think it's
kudos to
unfortunate.
Yeah.
John Wall.
Right. I just
Kudos
think
to
it's
John Wall.
All right, let's go down to the next question. And here's the thing. I got Portland on here.
That's easy, bro.
First of all, who is your all-time great?
B-Roy. B-Roy, easy.
Easy.
Well, B-Roy, easy. Rasheed, my favorite. B-Roy is probably the best on this list, though, easy.
Okay.
Even though he got to share that with LA. With all.
Well, let me rephrase this question. Who do you think is I asked your favorite. Who do you think is the greatest Portland Trailblazer?
Z-Bo.
Gotta be.
Z-Bo. From what he gave them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we talk about Portland, they never did shit. I guess, you could say Clyde.
That's a
because
Dame
he took us to
Lillard,
the
bro.
final.
You got Leonard, Clyde,
But
you
see,
know, Rasheed
Lillard never
Wallace.
do. Lillard got one big shot over OKC before they was relevant. You know what I'm saying? Where I see it in terms of what he gave them. And that's not taking, like I said, love Dame. Dame nasty. But Bonzi Wells
Bonzi
nasty.
was
nigga.
tough,
You know what I'm saying?
bro.
You feel me? Bonzi Wells nasty.
Well, hold
CJ
on now.
McCollum don't belong on the list.
Okay.
Z-Bo, I love. Melo don't belong on this list per se. Greg Oden is a joke. Pip is a joke on this list.
Yeah, it's out of Rasheed and
But see, you gotta understand, when B Roy was viable was when he had needs.
oh, it was Rookie of the Year.
But no more than that. But Portland was a threat, nigga. Portland was damn near chippy with B Roy there. I didn't really see nobody beating Portland when B Roy was there and
But
Sprite.
see, I think you biased in the sense because they would always send us home with him. Rockets. He would always do us dirty.
Yeah, him and LA, him and Aldridge, like they were killers.
But see, I still think we forget now.
Who beat them? I don't even remember who beat them, boys.
Who who you talking about when
Just when B Roy and Aldridge was anchoring that team, and like who would knock them off?
they would lose in the second round. It might have been somebody. See what years was that? That was when we had who? Because they would send us home with the last shots all the time. He sent us home with a lot of shots.
I'm telling you,
Was that in the Yao Ming era?
It might have been. It might have been Yao Ming and T Mac.
Yeah.
It might have been Yao Ming and T Mac.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
I think they wouldn't go to the Western Conference Finals. They would lose in that divisional round, the second round. Yeah.
But
But
some Shaq LA's.
yeah, but I still think let's not. It's got to be Clyde, right?
He took them to that final.
Yeah, it's got
it's
to
all-
be Clyde because the thing about it is, at that time, okay, we talking about Dream Team. We talking about that's what made that second NBA, that second Jordan run. So his historic is that it was argued that him and Clyde were the best two guards. Now Jordan put an end to that, but I mean, it's gotta be. Nah, man, you can't play that. You can't play devil's advocate. Now you can play devil's advocate with maybe you're wrong. Rasheed,
no, you know what?
It's a bonus.
Hey, word up! Look, debate with bank audience. Cliff Robinson was the best goddamn Blazer. Come on, Cliff Robinson.
If you're gonna say Cliff Robinson, then I'm gonna put my man Duckworth in there.
Like Kevin Duckworth.
Yeah,
Kevin Duckworth, Buck Williams. They were some fan favorites. I did that.
But that's the last time they went to the championship with them guys.
Cliffy was on that team.
Yeah,
coming off the bench.
Yes,
Cliffy changed the position. He might have had the 3-ball lead.
Exactly.
6'11". So it's like.
Listen.
I love that team, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying. That's what gets me about today's game and then that game. Could you imagine like Rasheed Wallace in today's game, bro?
And I even think that's why I say
in today's, because he was shooting threes back then, but everybody used to get mad at him.
And it might be. I think that's the best as far as his skill set in the NBA was Portland. Now, when he got to Detroit,
they won the chip.
Yeah, but I think his best individual years when he was unguardable was in Portland.
Because he'll go 3 for 5 on the trade and still catch a couple of
and think about that. Think about those teams. They were right there just before Sacramento started making their run at the Lakers. It was the Lakers that took care of them. It was him, Brian Grant, Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Sabonis was nice. Stoudemire, Damon was there.
Damon was there. And Pip might have been there.
And Pip was there. But Rasheed Wallace was the best player on that team.
Might have been that wing from Kentucky went out there that we had for a couple of years. What was his name? Anderson.
Yeah.
Derek Anderson was there.
Yes.
The
Jordan athlete. Shout out to him, a Jordan athlete. That's what I'm saying. So we forget about those years because that was when Kobe. That's when Kobe and Shaq were reigning.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you started having
Weber in them.
That's when Sacramento was starting their run, and everybody ran into that 3-peat Lakers team. The Blazers was a part of that. They had Brian Grant, so you can. That's what I'm saying.
Spurs,
right. That's when the West was right after the Rockets won their championships, and then Mike came back. The West got real tough. They got young, but they got tough. And Rasheed was a big part of that Portland team.
I think Sheed probably is my answer on this list.
You say you taking Sheed over Clyde?
I'm taking Sheed over Clyde.
He's like my all-time favorite Blazer. Like he one of my all-time players.
Period. Right.
I fuck with Rasheed. So,
right. But you saying that's your favorite, not the best. You saying you think Rasheed is your favorite Portland Trailblazer or the best?
Oh, so I misread that. The best, I'm gonna go with Sheed. It's my personal favorite. Dog, I kind of like Dame or Bonzi.
You know what? The best Trailblazer might be Dame statistically.
I say Clyde.
Statistically,
that's an argument. That's an argument. Dame is. I just think with Clyde.
By stats, probably, because Dame just was scoring way more points.
Well, and he played there longer than Clyde.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he played there longer than all of them.
Yeah. So you got to take into consideration the tenure that he had there. Now, if Rasheed Wallace was there for a long time, and the role that he had, his stats might have been better.
It might have been, but he might not have won. His legacy might not be the same.
Right.
I like the evolution of Rasheed period from Carolina on. I fuck with Rasheed.
Right.
My dog.
I think Rasheed is my favorite Portland Trailblazer. I think Clyde is the best, with Damian Leonard being. If I got 1A, 1B, that's what I'm. But I asked that question of this. They've been bad for a long time. I'm gonna ask y'all both this, and I'm gonna ask the chat this. If you were the owner, or if you were the GM, how do you fix this franchise? And consider this. It's the only pro franchise out there. First of all, it's not an ideal place for free agents to go. There's nothing out there. It rains a lot. But the only glaring thing out there as far as sports, as far as what we know, we're looking from the outside, is the Oregon campus, Nike campus. So, and I'll start with you, Ro. How do you bring this franchise back? Because most of their work has been, let's be honest, in the draft. They have a hard time getting free agents out there.
Because who was their latest bust? Was it Scooter?
Yeah, it was Scooter. It was a bad bust. And then other than the other kid, and I think Sharp got out of town. It's another kid that they had there. I think he's gotten out of town. But I mean, God bless. Yeah, Simmons. And God bless Chauncey, man. That's his first job out there. How do you grow that franchise? And they just had this trade. They just traded.
Dame came back.
Dame came back. But see, that's
back with this?
Yeah, he's back. But see, that's to sell tickets.
Yeah, that's still tickets.
Yeah, that's to get, and that's why I'm asking.
Boy, that's to really just show him love too, because of his tenure.
Right.
Do they still have Ayton?
Nah, I think did he go to the Lakers? Was he still out there?
Or
they
was
were
it
talking
Phoenix?
about it. They were talking.
He was in Phoenix.
No, he left Phoenix and went out there to support him. But I think he's gone. I think he went to the Lakers. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But back to my question, bro. What do you do? What would you start? Now you got Leonard back. That's gonna bring the ticket sales back up.
Yeah, they got Scoot Henderson,
right?
Donovan Clingan, Jeremy Grant.
You don't know other than Grant because he's the son of one of the Grant twins.
That played it for
right. How do you fix that? How do you fix that franchise, or do you sell it? Do you move?
Yeah, I think they move. I think the boys are going to Seattle.
You really have to change markets because they really don't have an out, bro. It's like you said,
either Seattle or Vegas.
Right, it's a free agent graveyard. So
nobody wants to go there. Anytime you win, you got. Even with Clyde, they had to get him out of the draft, and then they built around Clyde.
Right, you stay so long and then built. Like, what kind of sparkle and shine did they have? Because they used to sign a shit ton of free agents in there, and shit was bad.
Well, I think it's, see, for me,
is it Paul Allen? Is it tech money? Like, who owns that team?
Yeah, but I think he's dead now. Yeah, I think he died. I think his daughter's running or something like that. But the appeal used to be, see, the way they used to do it is, and they did it with Dame. They would be so bad they would get.
Wait. They cursed though. Did they take Greg Golden and Sam Booyah? That's
the same team. Same franchise.
They cursed, my nigga. They killed that. They need to move that.
But and that's the way they usually do, because it's not a hot spot for free agents. They would draft in the draft and then they would build around that play. That's why Greg Oden was so bad, because they thought they could draft him. And then, like they did it with Clyde. Right, they did it with Clyde. When they brought Clyde in, they brought free agents.
Build around pieces.
Right.
You're only allowed to look in the NFL and that jumping sports, nigga, you fumble twice, nigga, you out of there.
Exactly.
You might not see another game till week 16.
Right.
They fumble twice, easily.
Like, and that's why I'm asking that question. Can they fix this franchise?
They got to move it.
You think it's the location?
I think it's the location, because you got Vegas looking for a team. You got Seattle trying to get their team back. Thirsty for a team. You got it's another top city. What was it? Was it Tennessee? Who was it? That was also trying to get a team.
So you got to stay in that Northwest, in my opinion. But
you leave Portland.
Seattle is prime.
Yeah.
Seattle is prime because man.
I don't know how you. Unless you Oklahoma City, I don't know how you win without free agents in this league.
Oklahoma City barely did it, because that's been the least credited champ I've ever seen. Like they won the ring and don't nobody give a shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like respect, because we NBA heads, we follow. But the champion is not gonna be able to tell you that the Oklahoma City Thunder won the final last year. This will be some shit niggas get drunk in the bar arguing about. Who was the champ that year?
Yeah. And that's my point. It's a small market, but they've been successful because they haven't had good drafts.
But they've been great drafts. Right. Phenomenal drafts.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Portland hasn't had that. They've had busts.
Shout out to my nigga Bunsen, man. I ain't seen that boy name in a minute. That boy used to go.
Yeah.
I had fuck with Bunsen. And Sabonis. But the real Sabonis. Not a little weak ass something.
Right.
You know
but do you think there's no fixing this franchise? Do you think they have to relocate?
I don't see it out. I see why why Drew Holiday was so mad. I really understand. Because they wasting that man's time. This man is he's a difference maker.
Yeah, I bring chips, fam.
You feel me? Y'all got nerve even bringing me out here for this bullshit because I don't force my way out. Niggas want me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't know how you fix this franchise. I think the Wizards are in better shape than them. At least it's DC. It's the East Coast. Yeah. You got Georgetown there. You got good colleges there.
Who was last winner? Is that Bill Walton team that won with Jack Ramsey?
They have not won a championship since then. They've been there, but they haven't. And last time they been was 92
with Clyde. Okay,
so Clyde 92 when they went. I think they went twice, didn't they?
Back to back.
Yeah, they lost to Detroit. Remember?
When Detroit went back to
back. They lost to Detroit. They played Detroit.
Right. The Lakers beat they beat the Lakers the first time.
Yeah, they played Detroit.
Portland the second time.
Right.
So they were making some noise with that team.
Right, and then they went back with Mike the following year. They went back.
Shout out to them boys, man. Buck Williams,
Kevin
Duckworth,
and
Terry Porter,
and they haven't been. They made it to the Western Conference Finals with Dame and CJ, but they got swept. They haven't been close since then.
They couldn't handle them Lakers.
Yeah. They just haven't been close since then. So y'all both agree that it's just time to relocate their franchise.
Shout out to Arvita Sabonis, not Demarcus or whatever that boy's name is. Shout out to the real Sabonis, man. Faith can go on by his business.
All right, let's do a few more questions. Let's get out of here. All right. I want to ask this question. Let's come home. Let's talk about the Rockets offseason. All right? And we want to grade this. Grades A through F. But let's think about what they've done. They re-signed Steven Adams to a front-loaded 3-year deal, $339 million a year. They extended Ime Udoka to a long-term contract, which is the head coach. Traded Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, pick 10, 5 RSPs for Kevin Durant. Signed Fred VanVleet to a 2-year, $50 million contract. Not to mention that they did get Kevin Durant. How will we rate their off season? What would be, let's say, a grade? Let's stick with the old school grades, A through F. If you had to give the Rockets a grade on their off season, let's start with you, Chuck. What would you say?
It's either a B plus or maybe an A minus.
Okay,
it's somewhere around there because our problems last season was scoring, and so
especially the playoffs
was scoring and inconsistency, and so and as much as I had love for Jalen, I support the young guys. You know what I'm saying? But he was inconsistent and he couldn't score when we needed him to.
Right,
and so to replace him with probably the best scorer,
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, okay, that's why it's an A. The reason it could be a B plus is because you got older. You know what I'm saying? You went away from the youth and you got older. And so he put us in a win now situation.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like the championship run is now.
Yeah, now we gotta win now.
Right.
It ain't, you
don't have longevity.
You don't have time to build, don't got time to help keep developing people.
Right.
Which is okay because you got rid of the person who needed developing. You know what I'm saying? And so
the camera, that's my dog. He couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better. Like really tough.
And so I feel like it's an A minus. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so we'll see because they kept everybody else. I'm looking at the roster right now. You kept LP Şengün, shout out to him. You kept Jabari Smith, which I thought was gonna be tough. Like you was able to keep him. You kept Amen Thompson.
And see, everything kept them boys. That's a great point. Everything they kept the meat of their team.
They kept the meat of them.
Yeah.
You know, not only that, the benefit that Jabari.
Shout out to Cam Whitmore. I was hoping they would have kept him.
Yeah, well, but we know that boy didn't want to stay. He wanted somewhere.
Well, he wanted to play.
And the thing is, the effect on Jabari, the effect on Tyree playing with a Kevin Durant talent.
Right.
It's gonna be
different. It's gonna be different.
It's gonna be untold.
Right.
Man.
So what you grade it? I agree with Chuck on the B minus, A plus, A minus. B plus, A minus.
You know what? I'll say A, just being modest, but it's like pause. I'd take Raphael Stone to dinner, man. Like, that shit was solid than a motherfucker. Like I said, I ain't seen this solid and sound. Like I said, it's a method to the madness. And just like they say with the good Lord, you know what I'm saying? It's like, look, you don't have to understand the madness. Just have faith. Just know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that by the day with us because you know what? I didn't quite understand them at the beginning. A man said this shit first. It was like, yeah, I love Jalen Green. Pause to that too. Like, that's an overstatement. However, I liked what Jalen Green brought to the table, how he was doing. However, as young players do, he faltered in the clutch at a time when I needed him most. And the opportunity is now. And that's sending a clear message that we are here to win now. We are here to contend with the OKC monster. We are here for all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
Listen, I give it a B+, A-, and the reason, there's only one reason, and I'm starting to understand why I don't give it an A. You
don't trust KD.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I don't. But let me tell you why. That's not bothering me so much here.
Because of Udoka.
There you go.
Yeah.
And see, for me, for KD to come here, and I'm going off of the success he's had as far as winning championships, and that's what Golden State. I think Udoka brings a great coaching background. I think Udoka will have this team on the defensive end. I'm talking about the defensive end in particular. Have them ready to combat when KD gets hurt, when KD does his KD thing, when KD scores 39 points, have 2 rebounds. I like the fact that, see, for me, for KD, you put tough guys around him to do the stuff. I've always said this, that he don't want to
tailor fit to fit his situation.
Right. I don't give it an A+ because I don't quite, and I'm coming around to it, I don't quite understand the Van Fleet 2-year deal. I don't understand.
It was kind of like the LP and the Jalen 3-year deal, right? Like, I'm going to give y'all 3. I ain't going to max pay y'all. I ain't going to mid pay y'all. I'm leaving flexibility.
But my devil's advocate to that is, at least with them, they were young. And they still have the opportunity to prove themselves.
Now, Van Fleet chippy though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
and it's like, and he showed up big. He played bigger than he was.
Right, but see, that's why I'm coming around to it.
That's why I'm glad he got paid.
I'm coming around to it because that's exactly what I said. Okay, we have a big time scorer. So if he can play that role that he played in Toronto, where when Kawhi got double teamed, because in the playoffs he didn't play defense, but he did make shots. Now, for me, I've always said this about Van Fleet. Not expecting him to play defense. I'm not expecting him to be this. I'm expecting him to knock down shots. If he can knock down open shots, he can hang around. So I'm coming around to it because the way I'm seeing the way they building it, KD is going to demand double team. So his Toronto role, if he can do that, and what he partially did in the playoffs this year is knock down open shots. Okay.
So I like it.
Now, if he's not knocking down shots, now I would suspect, since KD is here, that Shepherd is coming up, right? Because he spent a lot of time in the D League. We need shooters, right? We need shooters on the perimeter. You gave up Whitmore. You need shooters, which I think Whitmore was more of a scorer versus a shooter. But he got in, I guess he got in Udoka's doghouse. But that means that Shepherd has to come up. We need consistent perimeter shooting. So I'm coming around to the Van Fleet re-sign. Better than what I was, because I'm saying to myself, I would give them an A. I love re-signing Steven Adams to that. I love extending Udoka. Everybody knows Jalen Green had to get out of town. I'm
Jalen Green, Drea, and Dylan Brooks.
Right. I wanted to hang on to Brooks, but I understand Brooks. You know, somebody gonna want Brooks because it's defense. You know. What I'm saying?
And then for us, in order to make the money work for KD,
right?
Like then we gotta get off this package.
Right. I'm with Roe and what you said, but I'm with Roe and taking Stone out to dinner because thing I worry, the thing I was losing sleep over is this. I want to keep Amen Thompson. I want to keep
Jabari.
I
Yeah.
want to keep, what's the other kid? I want to keep
Eason.
because all three of them can play.
That's the defense.
Right.
That's the
And they
defense
can
right there.
play multiple positions.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4,
Right.
5. They rotate.
So, right.
Like, watch Tyree start getting this 6-man
Right.
consideration.
And I also think, and we've all said this on this podcast, I want to push Amen to be in that superstar role. I think he's the next young superstar. I think he can give it to us on both ends. So I was elated. I was excited that because I thought, for me, if I'm Phoenix, I was going to take Amen Thompson.
For sure.
Man,
Probably by himself.
Exactly.
Without even Jalen.
Right. And so the way the Rockets were able,
some picks.
right. The way the Rockets were able to hang on to that, so I give them an A-. I give him an A-.
So since we're talking Rockets, I'm gonna show some love to the homie Al P real quick.
Ooh, doing work.
Oh boy, not a good play by Pluto. Leads to a break.
Yes.
And Shingun has
They
arrived.
played right before our season started.
Great play on both ends by Shingun.
All for the
Triple-double
turnover.
for the
Pass.
Chiefs.
And here it is. Extended. You're not getting it.
Damn, I didn't
Smart
know he had
defensive
that.
plays on
Come on,
both
bro.
ends.
Shingun.
He was diamond last season.
And he made it believe out of me. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, you was hating last year.
I was.
Shingun with the pass. Fourth
You think he was
assist.
I thought he had
Olympics 1 of the 2, and Hunter leaks out early, goes up for the jam.
Just a moment of unconcentrated focus there from Poland.
He gets his triple-double.
You're not dreaming, but he working.
Shingun goes in for the dunk.
Look at this, man.
Shingun.
shape. That's what I like.
That boy
Back when all these great
zero
roads were
steps,
built,
nigga.
some turned out straight.
Could have reversed dunk, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out
Yeah.
to Al P, man.
Yeah. So I love what we're doing for the Rockets. I do think. And here's the thing: we were able to beat Oklahoma City without everything we got now. So I'm excited, man. I think they got a shot. I think a championship run has to happen within the next 3 years, like Chuck said. It's built to win right now. And you know what? Here's the thing about the Rockets. They have gotten back to getting a high. We spent years and years of having great free agents. We're getting back to that. Houston is a city where we've always had superstars. So even now with the team that they had with Jalen Green, and I understood why they stood behind Jalen Green. He's a high talented kid. But we are a city of free agents. When we won our championships with superstars, I wouldn't say free agents, but superstars. We're a city of superstars. We've had Clyde, we had Elijah Warren, we brought Barkley, we brought Pippen, even though they weren't
T-Mac,
Yao,
yeah.
Stevie
Here's
franchise.
Here's a quick question though. Best case scenario, we ride off in the sunset. What does that do for Durant's legacy then?
Well, to me, let me go first.
Yeah, because go ahead.
To me,
he bring us a chippy here.
To me, he rights all of his wrongs.
There you go.
I complained about
him leaving OKC and going to Golden State.
And I complained about Golden State. Y'all didn't give me the credit that I deserve to be validated as a great superstar. Okay, I go to Brooklyn, that falls apart. Okay, I go to Phoenix, whatever happens in Phoenix, people were injured, things just didn't work out. Okay, I am here now in a place where I've always wanted to be.
With a coach I like.
A coach that has got championship pedigree. And I've got young guys. And at the end of the day, if I'm able to lead this group that rights my wrongs in Brooklyn, that rights my wrongs even in OKC, and I can tell y'all, the guy that I've been saying that I am, I really am. I just need the right situation. To me, that's his motivation. And other than Oklahoma City, maybe Brooklyn, this is a place where he can actually win a championship. And they're giving him everything he wants. They're giving him the coach everything he wants. There's no James Harden. There's nobody else to blame it on. but you got good pieces around you. You're able to teach younger guys. You got an organization. You've always said you wanted to come to Houston. Well, here's your chance. This ain't Phoenix.
We got our closer. We got
Right.
Brown. We got Pedro Martinez.
Right. So to me, it rights all his wrongs. Now I could be wrong. You know, I'm a tough Durant critic, but it's like
it's almost tough for him to fail here. It's almost tough for it not to work because that's all we need.
Bake said it earlier. He said we kept the young guy, so if and when he gets injured, and that's the unknown, right? It's that part. It's like, okay, because in all the places he named, right, he spent some time on the bench in Phoenix, spent some time not playing in Brooklyn, spent some time hurt, even in Golden State while he was there. You know what I'm saying? And so he don't play full seasons, and so
see, it can't be stated more because it's like boys don't appreciate Jabari the way they're supposed to. They about to. Because Jabari is another kind of animal too, and we were lucky to keep him in the stable, bro.
And then for him, where else could he go to get this good of a situation?
I don't see it.
Who else is gonna pick him up? Because whoever else had to pick him up had to overhaul their team.
Exactly.
Even going back to Golden State or something like that. Even if that was a play, it wasn't gonna be the same as
it wasn't gonna be. So this is the perfect situation for him. This is the best he could have got.
What we need at 20, 21.
It all depends because here's the thing.
20 and 9, 25 and 9.
Even then, I don't even think it would be
may
great.
Not be 25. It may be 2019.
It'd be great to get 9 rebounds out of it. But again, we got a big front line.
I'm thinking about assists. I'm thinking because he's going to get double.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to get double. We got shooters.
Listen, if guys make shots, he should be averaging.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's the thing. Guys have to make shots because the shots are going to be there. He's going to be double teamed. And for me, what I would like to see him do is I'd like to see him play a full season.
Yeah. Give me 82 games, man.
And maybe it's 82. That's great. Maybe it's 70.
Oh, well, they say they at a minimum at least hit the minimum. What they say, you got to play 65 games. So give me the 65 games.
65 games. And again, if we want to rest, let's blow out some games and sit you down.
Exactly.
Versus sitting you down because of rest night or let's do that.
Because defensively, we got the capability to save you the trouble.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And whatever you don't want to do, we can compensate for that. But we need you to teach these young guys, and we need you to give us what we didn't have last year in the playoffs. We need buckets. We got shooters now.
Shooters. We got defense. We getting stops. We just couldn't score.
In Brooklyn, I saw him doing it where he gave Milwaukee won a chip that year when they was in Brooklyn. I saw him take Milwaukee to the wide. By himself.
Yeah, no Kyrie, no James.
I saw him do that himself.
And he's always wanted to come here. He's always wanted to come to Houston. Houston has always been one of his top free agent destinations. All right, let me ask this last question, and we gotta get out of here. We gotta get ready for the fight. All right, who should? And I want to emphasize this for y'all. And Cole ain't here. This is for all y'all on here. I've been telling y'all they should be calling me a prophet. But this WNBA thing, who should be the WNBA 2025 most valuable player? Now you know I'm a ride. I gotta stick my chest out on. I've been preaching Aja Wilson for the greatest. The Aces are on a 16-game winning streak. She has defied and taken every stat. Now, the Collier girl over,
she's balling.
She is in the 55.
Triple-double yesterday.
Yeah, and she's in the 55.
50, 40, 90, whatever it is.
Club.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's coming down to the wire. So who do y'all think should be the MVP? Because here's the thing.
Asia got my vote.
Well, here's the thing.
Like that's a big Asia.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even, and it's gonna sound funny. I don't even have a problem giving it to Carly because I look at Asia. See, and this is for me in the NBA.
Just like Joker getting it again.
You can always give it to
Yeah.
You can always. There was a time when you could always give it to
LeBron. Like
you could always give it to Giannis as well.
But on the same token, I think she's the most marketable at this point. Asia had a tennis shoe. And if you're talking about for Trent, she's got to be a household name. So it's like, yeah, fuck where the record, fuck where the award's supposed to go for a show, like for real. You really don't lose that much making her 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
MVP.
Well, and then right now, with Caitlin Clark getting hurt, with Reese and them not making the championship, the momentum is with the Aces and what they're doing.
Just out of Nafisa and Asia. Those are the top 2 candidates.
Yeah.
The close third is Alyssa from Phoenix.
Yeah. She's had a hell of
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem getting it to Collier, but the momentum, the attention of the league right now is
she's not quite the same buzz. She ain't got commercials. She ain't got.
Yeah.
Asia is the face of the league. Asia, Queen Asia is doing it. Like, man, don't go buy some tennis shoes, man. They clean too.
Yeah, they hard. She
on it, man. Like all the little girls looking and watching. Yeah. That's your ace right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, no pun intended.
I will give a shout out since we're talking WNBA though. I will give a shout out to Buckets. She be hooping. Paige. Yes,
Paige. Paige colder than Caitlin. You want to be honest?
That's what I'm saying. Paige tough.
And let me tell you something.
Paige tough, bro.
That was a unanimous rookie of the year, right?
Yeah.
Everybody voted for her.
Yeah, it was like
Paige
Roy.
That ain't Paige Buckers. That's Paige
Buckets.
Buckets.
Yeah.
Paige hard.
Yeah.
Paige
Roy.
And I actually think she's got a chance to be, if not the greatest, one of the greatest.
Who she play for? Dallas? She played for
I think it's Dallas, right?
No, she played for the Wings.
Yeah,
Dallas Wings.
Okay. Yeah. And see, she dolo down there. Because see, I guess, Caitlin wasn't just stepping in no nice situation with no events either.
Right.
But at the same time, the effect that she has had there, like Dallas was damn near in contention. Because see, Angel and them took a step back from what I understand about it. They had a horrible season. Angel recent had a horrible season.
She about to get traded.
Yeah. Well, and to me, see, what I see from this girl in Dallas, Paige, and I'm stepping out on a limb on this. A lot of people are going to agree with me. But I see her possibly finishing what Maya Moore should have finished. Because Moore finished early because of she just left basketball. I think Paige will be that, and I think she'll finish.
Type of player.
Right. I think Maya Moore, next to Cynthia Cooper, would have been the greatest.
Best I've seen.
You know what I'm saying? Right. But her career was cut so short because of her situation. You know, she decided to, I think it was something about her husband now, I think she was campaigning to get out of jail and she just ended up quitting basketball. But I see this girl in Dallas being able to finish just because she's got the same skill set. All right, man, let's get out of here. We got 30 minutes. Let's do a couple of shout outs before the fight comes on Netflix. Check it out tonight. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button first on Debate with Bake. We are back. Season 4, episode 14. But check it out tonight at 8 o'clock Central on Netflix. The fight, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. The main card, I'm told, will start at 8 o'clock Central Time on Netflix. If you have a Netflix, it is not on pay-per-view. It is on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you can watch the fights tonight. Shout out to my man Melo and Dwight Howard for entering the Hall of Fame, as well as Maya Moore.
Yeah, shout out Melo, man. Well deserved.
Well deserved. I think the only thing Melo didn't do was win a championship. Everything else he did do.
12-2. No talk. And
let me tell you something about him. No matter what, I know I'm a little sour when he came down to Houston. I thought him and Harden could have gotten it together, but I think it's more Harden responsible for that. But that was a time, man, when he was the best big man.
His Orlando.
That Orlando run was just as good as any big man. Defensive player of the year. Did he win an MVP?
I think he got an MVP and a scoring title.
Right. So shout out to him, man. I think the only thing, he did get a championship in LA.
The bubble chip.
The bubble chip. So shout out to him. Shout out to Maya.
So did get the bubble chill.
He
AD, he was behind AD.
He was a significant role.
AD and maybe McGee might have been that.
McGee was that.
He played a significant role on that team. Shout out to Dwight Howard, man. Shout out to Crawford and Canelo. I hear Crawford is getting $50 million. I hear Canelo is getting $150 million for these fights. But shout out to that, man. Shout out for them getting the bag. Yeah, they getting everything in this fight. They getting legacy. They getting money. And I think it's just going to be great. They saving lives.
Shout out to the Turk, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Turk, man. Y'all got any more shout outs, man? Shout out to my man Cole. Cole couldn't be here, but he is still on staff. We will get Cole back shortly. Shout out to Shayla, man, and hopefully when we get to our new spot, Chuck says we have a new spot, but we're not gonna veil that yet.
Yeah, y'all just keep locked, stay tuned, keep locked in. If we got a whole new play running, we'll still be in the H, but it's a different studio. It's gonna be we looking at it. I ain't gonna say too much now.
Yeah,
but it's cooking, and y'all stay tuned.
You gotta stay tuned to MoSerious.com. You gotta stay tuned to Debate with Bake. Everybody that's in that Most Serious chapter, stay tuned in. We've got some new beginnings coming, preferably season 5. But you gotta come back. You gotta hit the like and subscribe, and you gotta come back and see where we're at. You gotta come back and see the new features that we're gonna have. All right, man. Shout out to Ro. Shout out to Chuck. The whole Most Serious staff. Looking forward to better and more beginnings coming in. And we thank y'all for being with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the fight. Hope the fight is everything that we think it should be. We've been waiting for this. This is the fight of the decade. And we're going to do it, man. Check out some NFL tomorrow. Our Texans take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football. We will be the first game. And we're looking forward to the Houston Rockets. So we got a lot of things going off in the sports world, but mainly we thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. And we are definitely glad to be back here with Debate with Bake. We had a successful 4 seasons. And check us out on MoSerious.com. Go check out some gear. Buy a hat, buy a shirt, buy a hoodie. And we will be back. Shout out to my man Ro for bringing that heat again. Chuck on the wheels of steels. And we out, man. Debate with Bake, episode 14, season 4. We are out. Go check out Canelo and Crawford tonight. Peace.
Season 4. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Debate with Bake Sports Show. Season 4. Live at Mo City Radio. We talking basketball. Got something to say, man. Jump up in them comments. We just giving opinions, supporting it with proof. Let's look at the stats, cause numbers tell the truth. It ain't no hating, no. We just debating, innovate, operating. Shout out the prize picks for the daily fantasy. Invest a few dollars. Let's do some gambling. Got the topics and he keep it cracking. Laro got the commentary and he never lacking. From the Big Apple, you know, Most Serious Entertainment made it happen. Another sports show. We live from the Mo. Let's go.